Oh, there we go. All right. We are live everywhere on downtown on the square, WMTM 1051 FM.
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
YouTube Live. I think I saw that.
YouTube Live. We're everywhere that you can think of except Instagram. Was not possible.
That's right.
But day 3. Today is the 3rd day. Woo, man.
And the first 2 days have been phenomenal.
All right. So, want to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Ethan Vick. I'm glad to join Brian and Caroline here today. We had 2 great days of auctions and fundraising. I don't know if you weren't able to tune in, you missed a lot of great items, a lot of good buys, all going back to help our community.
Wow.
So we had a good time raising money. I know I tuned in, didn't get a couple of items I wanted, but that's okay. That's how it goes sometimes. And I'm Ethan. I'm going to be your auctioneer MC for today.
With Weeks.
I'm with Weeks Auction Group based out here in Moultrie. We do a variety of things. We sell some real estate, sell some personal property, sister company to Weeks Farm Machinery. So if you got any kind of needs, anything needs to be sold, we can certainly help you out. We've got a staff of auctioneers, real estate agents who are always looking to serve their community.
All right. And of course, I am Caroline Horn. I'm the director for United Way of Colquitt County. And I'm sure you are tired of seeing me by now, but you got 2 more days, actually 3. So stick around. I won't be too boring, I hope.
No, she's not. And I'm Brian Lassiter. I'm the campaign chair for 2021. This event right here is actually orchestrated for 2021. So as Ethan's already said, in Caroline, 2 phenomenal days to this point. Looking forward for the next 3. A tremendous amount of items that we've got on the slate. We're doing it in half-hour increments. As I'm sure Ethan's going to be annotating, just know that the list of items can be found. If you're looking for that, we've got the list of items that can be found on Facebook as well. We've got the call-in numbers. If you want to call in, 229-985-2627, 454-5428, and then last 454-0218.
And the good news is you're looking online, right. You can see them on the side of your screen. So that'll always be going on. But y'all want to start with what our first 30 minutes of items will look like?
Yeah. Like Brian and Caroline said, we've got a lot of great items today. Small items, big items, and everything in between. We've got cakes. We've got trips. We've got gift certificates, a lot of great things for anything
hat that I'm about to really want. I want this hat.
We got some hats, got some helmets. If you can't get the hat, you can probably try on a helmet. It may work.
I tried that Monday. We're not trying that again.
So we're gonna get started here. Got a good list of items kind of for the first 30 minutes. Again, the way it works is we're gonna sell in 30-minute blocks. We're going to list the 30 items. We're going to talk about them during that 30-minute period, talk about a few other things, what's going on, what United Way is doing, what some of our guests are doing in our community. But we're going to be bidding on these handful of items in 30-minute blocks. One thing we do want to note is we've had a couple concerns is there is a slight lag. If you're watching on Facebook Live, make sure you bid early and you bid often.
Yes.
We're going to close these items off.
Hashtag bid early, bid often.
We're going to close these items out on the half hour. But there is going to be a latency issue with Facebook Live. Anytime we're dealing with technology, it takes a while to get out to you there on the internet world. We're going to try to leave the items open for a few seconds. But if you're waiting until the last second, which a lot of people do, in the auction industry, it's called sniping. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, we learned a word. I like the word sniping.
We don't like snipers. So we encourage everybody to bid early, bid often. Go ahead and get interacting on the comments. If you're on the radio, go ahead and call in, get those bids in so that we know we get everybody's bid. Because the last thing we want is to leave money on the table, because that's all these dollars are going straight back to the community, and we don't want anybody kind of disgruntled on the auction process.
That's right. All right.
Let's look at some of these items. One of the items we got is what's this, Charles C. Blue Boutique.
Oh, and I'm putting it right on the screen right there for them to see.
And this is what would you call this? A classic floppy wool felt hat. Camel
That's a mouthful right there.
It's got a faux leather trim.
But you have to describe that one. That one's a good one. I really want this one. So I'm going to, Bill, that is my hat. Quit bidding.
And it is the perfect time of year.
All right. Then put me down. I got
debut this fine hat. We also have a hall contractors package. This is for a residential roof cleaning. The fine folks here at Hall Contractors, Heather Bryant, they donated this package. It's for They've been in business 20 years here in Moultrie. They got a residential roof for up to 5,000 square feet. They'll clean it off for you and getting it looking nice and new. Got some gift certificates, $30 worth of gift certificates to 3 Crazy Bakers down there on the square. I'm sure everybody listening here knows all the great things that you can get at 3 Crazy Bakers, whether it's lunch, dinner, or just stop in for a treat. This will go a long way there. Got a Pammy Cakes gift certificate. Actually, is this a gift certificate?
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie. Pamela McCorkle's donated this. 1 pecan pie.
Pammy Cakes.
By Pammy Cakes.
In Norman Park.
Again, fall weather is on the horizon, and nothing goes better with fall than a good old pecan pie.
And the great thing about this is they're saying that you can hold it until pickup day before Thanksgiving. So, hey, you don't even have to make anything.
And luckily for us, we live in the great state of Georgia, so I think Thanksgiving's still on go.
Yeah, hey, you can't cancel Thanksgiving. I'm just saying. The holidays are staying around.
We also got a D&K nails gift certificate. So get your nails done.
All right.
For any kind of event you've got coming up, or just treat yourself, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a Dairy Queen Blizzard Party. This is up to 30 small blizzards or a comparable ice cream cake.
And that's on you. So it looks like they're saying that it's pickup only. You can't do it because of COVID. So you can pick it up. But wow, 30 of them to pick up. We love some blizzards, man.
We also have a donation from Bautista Martial Arts, and this is a 1-month membership plus the uniform.
And if you know Kevin Bautista, he does
Everybody
a phenomenal job with the mixed martial arts training.
And I'm not sure if this has an age limit or not, but I think martial arts,
I bet
young or old, is a great workout, great exercise.
But yeah, it's awesome watching them do that. Everything Kevin does, I don't know, I couldn't do that. I need that for this. I need that.
The training, the leadership, the way he does his mentoring. I mean, I would just tell you, knowing Kevin, he's done a phenomenal job there. Everybody that goes enjoys the experience of Bautista martial arts, as well as the physical side of learning the mixed martial or the martial arts aspects.
Yeah, I mean, it's like sports in general, Brian. I'm sure you know half of it is the competition, it's the working out, but a lot of it is just the life lessons you learn along the way. And the martial arts brings out leadership, brings out stamina, brings out all the great things. And it looks like
let's go ahead and check in with the hat and all, because we have some people that have
That's right. I see.
So can y'all give us the update of what we got going on? We got 45 on the hat. Who is that?
$45 now. We get $50. $50 now.
Who is it? Jeannie. Okay, Jeannie Brooks. We got Jeannie Brooks with the hat for $45.
Jenny Brooks. Thank you, Jenny, for the bid.
All right. We got the Blizzard Party. The Blizzard Party for Wesley, which is $40.
We got 50 on the pecan pie.
50. It's a pecan pie cake, and it's 55.
55.
That's
Your
Jeff.
husband Jeff just voted. I said.
Woo! Wait, does he know that we have to wait till Thanksgiving to pick that up? I'm gonna need it now.
I don't think you have to wait.
It says pick up on Thanksgiving,
okay.
For $55 on the cake, we got. How are we doing on Bautista martial arts? 25.
And again, that includes the 1 whole month. You get the uniform and all the trainings that go with it.
Shayna Murphy just outbid Wesley Rogers with that Blizzard Party at $45.
And we got $50 on the hat. Jessica Huffman.
Oh, Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica, on the hat.
That hat.
It's looking like you might have to come off the hip a little bit there.
I'm going to have to. That hat.
I really like how we're coming out the gate. It seems like we're getting a lot of bids early. Just want to remind people, our favorite type of bidders at United Way are people that bid early, bid often.
That's right. Tiffany Fox, 35 for Kevin Bautista with mixed martial arts.
All right, Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany.
Tiffany got that one going. What else? Hey, what else do we have during this time? Looks like we haven't heard back from the nail salon. We got D&K Nails at $30 gift certificate.
Yep.
To get your nails done, D&K.
That's right. And the roof cleaning, that's up to just so y'all know, that's valued at about $1,000. That's a 5,000 square foot, up to a 5,000 square foot residential home to have the roof cleaned. That is a phenomenal service if somebody needs that.
All the straw,
we got $20
all the
on the nails, on the nail certificate from Cherie Hamilton. We got $60 on the cake, the pecan pie cake, and $40 on Bautista, Shayna Murphy.
Right.
Yeah. What are we missing?
Keep your
then?
bids coming in. Keep your bids coming in.
What about the 3 Crazy Bakers? Where are we at with that one?
3 Crazy Bakers. Again, lunch,
25?
dinner.
Okay.
25 for the
25.
All right.
Thank you, Ken, on the bourbon, but we're gonna be.
Ken,
The bourbon is not going to be.
everybody's been asking. It's from 1:30 to 2. You better stay on. That bourbon. They see it in the background. The hat.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, let's see. Is DK nails for a Manny and Petty? Hey, it's a $30 value, and I think we got some more today. So if you stick around, you might can get another one.
Be a good package deal.
Brad, how much does it cost to get your nails and toenails done? It costs $50. It really is actually $25 for your nails and $25 for your toes. That's really accurate. Good job, Wesley.
Yes, that's right.
He knows.
I definitely go get the old pedicure with the wife. That's good stuff.
Yeah, we got $30 for the nail salon.
All right, new bid on the nails.
Ashley
Thank you,
Bostic.
Ashley. $30 on the nails.
Yeah.
And again, that's a straight gift certificate, so use it how you like.
Oh, pecan pie.
Not too. I love watching Bill trying to type stuff. Last time it was somebody. How do you make Gary without the comma? And then today it's not two. It's not two.
Not to 130.
That means not until. But he got it. It's okay. I gotta call
you.
You
may have
out.
some competition, Ken.
I had to call you out because I got called out for eating ice live on the air yesterday. Oh yeah, while you're on, make sure you're sharing. We got a lot of viewers right now, but we want to make sure that we get out some information all day long to people that you never know who you'll reach and who might want something.
and we're on here for 4 long hours.
See?
We got 4 hours, great items. So if you can't tune in for the whole 4 hours, check in, check out. But if you're sharing it, we can make sure that we get out to as many people as possible.
I just want to say, y'all saw Brad's comment, and he said, "Can we test the bourbon to see if we want to buy it?" I was trying to convince them that we could.
We had to remind Caroline that we're at an alcohol-free campus.
That's right.
And so we want to be back. We appreciate SRTC for letting us use their facilities.
That was what we said. We couldn't let nobody try it because we are at SRTC, so we're glad to be out here too. So we wouldn't trade it for anything. But yeah, if you stick around, nobody will taste it, but it will be up for auction.
That's right.
But that's at 1:30 to 2. Right now we are 12:30 to 1 o'clock. Got about what? Nobody's bid on the roof cleaning.
Yeah,
Nobody's bid on. Okay.
That's right. That roof cleaning. I can't.
A residential roof cleaning.
That's a huge value. With all the storms we've had and everything, I would imagine somebody out there needs to have a roof cleaned. Once again, that's a residential roof up to 5,000 square foot.
Yeah, just think about all the leaves that are starting to fall, all the straw.
Oh, Bill said, "Come clean my roof. I don't have to do it."
Thank you, Bill.
One less thing we got to do. $20 on the roof cleaning. So where are we at? 3 Crazy Bakers. We're at the 35. $35, and that is Darlene. Oh, Miss Darlene Reynolds. All right. We got 25 on the roof cleaning. Bradley Grantham.
All right, new bid on the Blizzard.
55
Wow.
on the Blizzard with Laura Dale. Blizzard Party.
And just another quick plug again, if you're listening to it on Facebook, you're seeing the bids come in, you may notice a bid comes in, we don't recognize it right away. There is probably a slight lag. So don't wait till the last minute. Go ahead and bid on the comments. Go ahead and let's get these prices up.
And we'll keep you posted on what it is. For sure. So, all right. So let's just look back through. Charles C. Blue, how are we doing on the hat? Does Jessica Huffman still have that hat?
What's the hat? $50.
I'm sweeping that one.
$50 now. What do you get? $50. $50 now. What do you get? $55. Anybody? $55. New bid on the Blizzard. It looks like
another bid on the Blizzard. I got $65. Only after work hours. I'm assuming that's for the bourbon.
I'm thinking so. I'm thinking you can
not for the hat.
You can probably eat the Blizzard.
Can you wear the hat after hours?
Well, the Blizzard, the work, 3 Crazy Bakers. You can take that to work too.
That's right.
All right. And the roof, where are we at with the roof cleaning? Still 25? Bradley Grantham.
On the Blizzard. Right there. The hat for 55.
Got that $100 on the Blizzard Party with Wesley Rogers.
I mean, if you think about it,
oh, 55 on the hat.
And you get 30 people for the Dairy Queen Blizzard. So I mean,
yeah, we talked about that yesterday. 30 of your, 20
how
of your closest friends.
How do I get on that list? Is what I want to know.
How do you become friends with those people? What's that, Wesley?
What's the requirements to get on the Blizzard list?
We'll make it happen. Oh, 110 for the blizzard party. Laura Dale, she got you. She on a roll. That girl is good. She must have fast fingers. I need her to come up here and teach us how to do that.
And just a reminder for those of you who listen on the radio, you can call in and bid 229-985-2627 or 454-5428 or 454-0218.
454-5428.
That's a lot of 454s, but
that's like, can you do Peter Piper Pete the Peck of Pickle Peppers?
I can do Betty bought some butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it'll make my batter bitter. So she bought some better butter. Better. So it's Betty butter, butter. That's auction school.
That is
101.
Okay. Did somebody write that down?
I was about to say, I don't understand what he said.
Okay, let's talk about the requirement for the blizzard party. Even though that was awesome.
That was a lot
and
better.
super impressive.
That
I
was.
thought my peck of pickle peppers was better.
There you go.
All right. So we have this gift certificate is good for.
It's good for, let's see, it says this certificate is good for a 30-person blizzard party. Present this certificate for 30 blizzards on the day of your choosing. You can also swap it out for comparable cake. I think I read that.
I think so. And again, that's something I've talked to them about. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hey, but I would want a blizzard.
I think I
You
would
get
too.
your own, and you
I
know
would
you
too.
have to social distance, so you have your own.
Roof at 100? 100 on the rod?
Woo! Right there, that is Angela, Miss Angela Castello, and she is live in the building over here. We should bring her up on stage. Look at her.
I see it.
It looks like
Look at that. Look at that requirement. Laura Dale says the requirement for the blizzard party is to work at Sunbelt Transfers. We'll put a plug in for you right there, Laura. Don't worry about it. And we'll put you back in on Friday. We got a special surprise from you on Friday we're excited about. So thank you for that.
Again, we're here all the way through the end of the week. So if you don't see something you like now, make sure we're checking back in. A lot of great items.
Or at
from a lot of
1:30 to
folks.
2 for the bourbon.
Right.
I'm not sure why everybody's still waiting around.
That seems to be what people are waiting on right now.
That bourbon package is going to be a hot item is what I hear.
Could John H. Smith interested on the bourbon?
Yeah, I'm just saying. All right, let's see. We're at 12:47 on this end.
Where we at on the pecan pie?
The pecan pie cake. 60. Who's got it?
60 on the pecan pie cake.
With Brad Gregory.
All right,
Oh, he's
Brad.
going to get him a cake today.
How about the D&K nails?
Where are we at on the D&K?
Again, this is a certificate. Spin it how you
Ashley
want.
Bostic, $30.
Thank you, Ashley.
Look at that. Bill, 75 on the hat.
75
I'm
on
on
the floppy classic faux.
You see
Is that for
Trim.
Meg or for you? Oh, Maggie. Oh, she'd be cute in that.
Caroline, you see how Bill did it, right? So he came here live, so he cannot get out.
I know, like yesterday. He's
That's
like,
what he's doing.
I'm not letting this happen again. Not today. No, $80 on the hat, Jeannie Brooks. Ooh, Bill, got somebody coming in hot. Jeannie's getting good at. She's got a cross. She's got she's got a lot of good stuff. Those paintings, she got the kid paintings the other day. Those look good. Oh, we're modeling the hat.
All right.
Wait till you see this model.
Here we go.
Let me show you this special.
Unlike the football helmet.
Oh, she's a good hat wearer. She wears hats a lot. That's a good one right there. So turn it, spin it. There you go. Okay, now I want it. I told you I want that hat.
So just know we got 12 minutes left.
All right, we're at
12
$100
minutes.
on the hat with
12
Bill,
minutes.
Mr. Bill Bishop. He said had to come in today so he didn't lose his bid this time.
Meg said there will no.
He said this time I'm gonna yell. But that's so sweet, Maggie. That's gonna be so sweet.
Yep. Again, we're going to close all the items on the half hour. So if you're bidding on Facebook Live,
Ooh,
just
got about 11
know
minutes.
when you hear us say time's up, it may be just a tad too late.
So just to go down the list again, on the roof, we got 100 currently. Is that what we're on?
Angela Castello, 100.
All right.
What are we on the hat? $100 on the hat.
With Bill Bishop.
What's
then
the Bautista Martial Arts?
Okay, so $40 bid on Bautista.
And then 3 Crazy Bakers, where are we at on that? 35 on 3 Crazy Bakers. The D&K nail package or certificate.
Oh my goodness, 125 on the hat from Jeff Horn.
That just so happens to touch Caroline's heart right there.
Oh my gosh, I love him. Am I red? Oh, is he doing it for y'all? Okay, Brian, this is happening again.
I have nothing to do with that bid. That's all your husband trying to obviously buy the hat for you.
I'm gonna get mad. Somebody's I didn't know if Jeff's trying to help Bill out now. Oh, that's awesome. Where
are we on the D?
Oh,
$30 to Ashley Bostic. Thank you, Ashley.
And then we got $130 on the hat from Jeannie Brooks.
On the hat. All right. Looks like the hat's kind of the hot item.
I know. I think it's because I tried to put it at the top of the list so nobody would see it, so I could put a bid in on
That's
that.
how it typically works in the auction world.
It did not work. It actually was the first item, so everybody sees it.
The item you're most interested in, chances are.
Of course, as always. I don't know. There's some good ones right here. John Michael would love the Bautista martial arts and that cake. I love pecan pie, so I can only imagine what it's like in the cake version. Just saying. Actually, we have a picture of it. Y'all want to see what it looks like in the cake version? Did you say, that looks good?
The picture looks good.
That looks yummy. All right, I'm going to switch you up here. Look at that. Can you see it? It's got it on the top up there. Got all the pecans up there with the sugar. Woo, so good. Good stuff right there. Just saying.
You know, we're about 9 minutes out, but just know that at 1 o'clock, we got a couple of big items going. We got a flight around the courthouse to see the Christmas lights, as well as a room reservation. The Southwest Georgia Community Action is giving us
918.
room rental. So just know that's coming up here in just a few minutes.
Oh, and we just got a $120 bid on the Blizzard party for $125. Wesley got beat out. Come on now, Tyler Mobley got him.
Lots of good activity.
$130. Desiree Brown, we got a new one out there. There we go.
These bids are coming in so fast, we almost could call bids for them.
I don't know how to. Still can't talk that fast.
I can't do what you just did. What did you say?
Betty bought butter.
Betty bought her. She bought some butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it'll make my batter bitter. So she bought some better butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter batter better. So it was better.
Please tell me y'all listen to that.
Better butter.
I mean,
so it's all, we're selling some cakes today. So
and all I can do is
cakes
Peter
and
Piper,
butter and batter, they all go together.
Well, we got a bid on the cake. Speaking of cake, 65 from Brandy Sumner.
All right.
All right, where are we at on the cake?
65.
So it is okay. All right, Brandy Summer. Okay.
Let's go back through this list real quick.
All right, boss man, you do it. You got it.
We've got the hat. I don't think. Let's see. Last bid on the hat was
$130.
$130 on the hat. Jeannie Brooks. We've got the roof cleaning. Roof cleaning has been kind of quiet.
Yeah. Angela says she wants it quiet back there.
That's right.
That's a phenomenal deal.
I know.
Again, that's 5,000 square foot, and they'll come out residential house, and they'll clean it off for you, get you looking nice and neat.
It's fancy. 5,000 square. Now, hey, I didn't know if I knew that 5,000 square foot. I don't have my house. No, we don't. But still, we can do the building or something, right?
See, somebody's wondering if I got 1,000 square foot house, can they do it 5 times?
Hey,
150 on the Blizzard party. From Jenny Alderman.
Oh, Jenna Alderman and stepped up. Where you come from, girl? Glad to have you. Oh, there's right now. 152, baby.
152. 152.
She did listen, baby.
She did. I'm going to throw in 2 more.
Look at this. I love that, baby. I love it.
She's probably doing the math, trying to figure out 30 people. How many can I get? And had it came out on that 152.
That's what I'm trying to do those numbers. I couldn't write those numbers that fast.
Where are we at on the Bautista Martial Arts membership?
40. Yeah, Shayna got it. She getting it right now.
All right.
Shayna Murphy with the Bautista martial arts.
We still got the 3 crazy bakers, the $30 gift certificate. I don't know if we talked about it yesterday, but we want to show the bucks off.
Yeah, let's show them. This is our last one. We don't have any more of these. These look so cool. And they're actually special and unique. I think this is a great idea for local businesses to be able to look at that. We got the kids on there. Megan Hart got them on there. I think those are neat. Baker Bucks. And it tells you about historic downtown Moultrie, Georgia. Got the address on it. Pretty cool. I love how these are, specialized in what they do. So that's great.
We got 70 on the cake from Jamie. How do you pronounce that? Belabalos?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. We got 20 nail gift cards.
Jamie.
Nail card already had a bid of nail card. Gift card.
What was the gift card on the nail? Right. Okay, so we had 30. That's Ashley.
we're gonna have to bid again.
So Ashley Boston has a nail card at $30. All right, and then the cake
This went up to
went up 75.
Yeah, if y'all been watching the last couple of days, the cakes have been coming in at high prices. This is actually a good buy on the pecan pie cake.
Really good. And that's Norman Park, and she is great. She's got it going over there. That's a special one too, a pecan pie cake.
Right.
That's
Looks like a
It is
listening and have come back.
Ooh,
$35
So thank you, Alexis.
Mm-hmm.
Pecan pie is one of my favorite desserts when we overseas serving, and that seemed to be the thing, but actually.
you had pecan pie overseas?
Absolutely.
And I'm glad
Really?
it's a pecan pie, not a pecan pie.
That's right.
Pecan-
Pecan pie. We used to have conversations with our brothers from the West and up north all the time that we serving. That's a pecan pie, not a pecan.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
Where are we at on that hat? Asking for a friend.
I got friends at
that want to know.
50 on the three crazies.
130 on the hat.
All right. New bid on the nail card.
A bid on 3 crazy, $50.
Logan
McLean.
There's a lot of bids coming in.
And
Alexis
bid.
Gibson.
Just
Whoa, Tommy
Wow.
Mobley with the 120 on the roof.
McLean. Angela.
42 on the nail card. Desiree,
Oh, I like that. $2.
he's doing those $2. I see she went 30
Oh,
cents.
look.
She said, "Fun."
Maybe.
She got this.
Ray.
That's awesome.
New
Oh,
bid on the
look
roof.
at that.
Mhm.
25 on the roof with Angela.
Again, we're getting real close to taking off. Now,
You want everybody to have a chance to bid. Don't be a sniper.
don't come in.
Don't come in at the 1 o'clock hour.
Don't be a bill. It's up.
Bid early,
Didn't even call us busted it up.
bid early, bid often.
Oh, snipe.
Look at
Everybody wants to get to the best they
But
can.
we're here to raise money. It's all going to United Great Cause.
It goes to all these other organizations that we help. So that's the goal.
I didn't realize that was involved in the auction world as well.
There you go.
Nail card.
All right, Desiree started this half acre stuff. So Alexis said I can do it too. So Desiree, that
means you got to finish it. You started it.
so you need to come back.
Let's see.
Oh,
All right. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
3 minutes. Got 3 minutes left.
She said, "Let me get it."
Actually, under 3 minutes.
and
I mean,
we're running down to 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning to all of our radio and Facebook viewers.
2-minute warning. Keep in mind, if you're hearing me on Facebook Live, it could be down to 1 minute. It could be down to 30 seconds by the time this gets out there. At around 1 o'clock, we're going to mark it as sold, and we're going to move on to the next slate of great items.
Oh, and we have a good guest speaker in here with us in just the next few minutes. Oh, the next 2 minutes, we're going to hear from
what's his name?
Tim Powers.
Say his name.
The
there we go.
The
Tim
Powers.
Market president of American.
You like that?
to hear
I like
about
it.
what all was going on in the financial world.
What is going on? Sure.
I think it changes every day.
That's what I'm saying. Every day changes. All right, we got 1 minute on our side.
Down to 1 minute. I see somebody just commented cake.
Hey, Brad.
Cake.
Oh, Jack Faison with 150 on the roof.
All right. Thank you, Jack.
Jack's like, I know that's a deal.
We've got to get these bids in.
Yep. Jack said, I'm going to come in right there at the end.
Renee Truitt says, I want that hat. She's like,
Y'all stop
bidding for that hat. So I want it.
I love it.
We're getting real close to getting ready to call out the high bidders. So if you're thinking about bidding, go ahead and put your bid in, and go ahead and bid it as much as you're willing to pay, because there's no guarantee. 152.
152 on the roof. Yes, Angela.
Take that.
You got that. Get that $2. Get it.
And we're
about
Is there a quarter? We got a quarter on there somewhere?
we're not going to turn it down because every dollar makes a
right.
difference.
Yeah.
Jack, if you're out there listening, you got about another 30 seconds.
That's it. It is.
I'm showing 1 o'clock. We're going to announce it. I better give it just a second as it counts down.
That's why we wait a second, because if we kept market song, everybody would have here.
Does she have the same one, huh? Look at her.
But we're gonna give it just a second. We're just gonna talk about the items and we're gonna call out the high bidder. But again, that hour consisted of the hat. Y'all have all seen the roof cleaning, Bautista Martial Arts membership, 3 Crazy Baker gift card, the D&KL gift card, the Dairy Blizzard package, and the pecan pie cake.
Okay.
I think that we're good now. Everybody's heard us say sold.
Yeah.
We're going to read these off.
And who got it?
We're going to read off the price was and who got it. So they all can follow from home. So on the was it Chelsea?
On the hat.
What?
Is it happening?
Oh, 130, Jenny Brooks.
Thank you, Jenny. 130, Jenny Brooks on the
Me and
beautiful
Renee are
hat.
going to cry. Me,
Maybe
Renee,
she'll rent it to you.
and Maggie.
Maybe she'll rent it out for a weekend or
We'll
something.
rent it out.
On the roof cleaning, Hall Contractors.
160. Jack came in at the last minute there. We were not promising the lag. We're going to keep up with it. We'll do our best.
On the Bautista Martial Arts. I got it.
Shayna Murphy.
$40. Thank you, Shayna. The 3 Crazy Baker gift card, you get the bucks, but you also get the actual bucks.
Bucks.
How much? And who 50.
Who's that?
The
Logan.
Thank you, Logan.
A D&KL certificate.
60.
Desiree Brown.
She did what we asked her to. She started it.
Look at her. Yes, she did.
And then the Dairy Queen, the 30 Blizzards.
152. Desiree Brown. Thank you, Desiree.
There we go.
The family cake, pecan pie cake.
Where was that cake?
75.
Yes.
Yes, Brandy Summer.
Brandy
Yeah,
Summer,
Brandy
75.
Summer.
Sorry, Brad.
$75.
All right.
70 or 75? 75. All right.
Well,
I mean, good first round.
Good first round. Movement, excitement. Didn't get that. Gonna have to buy it store.
it is what it is.
My laboratory modeling.
Didn't get the roof cleaning.
Man, I'm getting
These days. No, nobody in the room got it. Ah. All right. So I think now we can, before we go on our next 2 big items, we'll get Tim. You want to come on up here?
Tim's going to make his way up.
I'm just going to go ahead and introduce the next item while Tim's making his way up. Go ahead and read
I'll
off,
sit up
and
here with
we're going to
Tim,
get
and
those going.
But the 1 o'clock hour, 1 to 1:30, we're going to be offering a plane ride for around the courthouse during the Christmas light season. It's donated by Equals American Alan Mathis over at the airport. It's a great chance to view beautiful lit up downtown Moultrie. Enjoy the lights in a way you might have never done it before. And then we're also at the 1 to 1:30 hour. We have a 1-day event, reservations to the 9 reservation room at the Southwest Georgia Community Action Council, and this venue seats 40 to 50 guests, and you must book in advance.
Yeah,
Let's
get that on the
another
screen
good
so people
reservation,
can
another
see.
good event package. Looking at an event or a gathering. This will be a good invitation to do so. Great opportunity.
Good. All right.
We have 2 great items right out there, and we got them up on there. You see the holiday flag.
You know, actually, we do have Tim Powers here with us to talk. And you want to kind of help us explain the holiday flight with us before we
I know you've been, or y'all had experience. There you go.
We did this probably when my children were 6 and 8, and they absolutely loved it. It was really unique perspective of the life on the square. What Alan has offered is 4 individual flights. So family of 4 buys it. On the evening that he takes you on the flight, if he has a 4-seater plane available, he can take you 2 at a time. Or if he has a 2-seater plane available, he can take you individually. So you can have 4 different individuals who may or may not fly in groups of 2 or 3, or we may fly.
So basically, you'll have to get with them, and you can get it figured out. Yeah.
He's very flexible, and he will ensure that you have an enjoyable experience.
I think that one's a unique one, especially to our, just being Moultrie and what it is, and getting the experience to be over the lights. We're always under the lights, to be over them.
That's
I
right.
mean, that's amazing. And the pictures you can get.
And like I said,
from a photography standpoint, but I would love that. So
An opportunity to fly with Alan, his background, Navy fighter pilot who's landed on aircraft carriers. So you couldn't ask for a better pilot to experience that with.
yeah, that's awesome. I think that's a great opportunity. So if I don't see somebody bid on it about to go up on me right now, like me and John Michael would love that. I'm thinking, Jeff.
I'm saying Jeff. John Michael would really like that. I hope you can hear me.
Definitely.
And then the next
one, the non-18 reservation room rental.
I think we
actually
actually
put some pictures online, and I can probably show y'all a little bit about what that looks like. But community has a lot of different areas for room rental.
Bill,
skip the holiday flight. We're at $250 for the flight so far. Jeff,
I'm gonna see if I can get
the reservation room pulled up and you can see what else Kim has going on.
Thanks for coming on today. If you want to, just tell us a little bit about kind of what you do in Amherst and what Amherst has been up to lately.
Okay, I sure will. I'm the market president here in Moultrie, and as most of everyone in our community is aware, Amherst was founded in Moultrie 49 years ago this month. We have grown to be an $18 billion bank with about 170 branches across the Southeast. So we are very capable technology-wise and service-wise, but it's still very proud to call Moultrie our home.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all just had some changeover, and you got the line over there now, don't you?
Last fall, we merged with Fidelity Bank, which was headquartered in Atlanta, and the lion was their logo, and we have adopted that along with our name. So it's a very recognizable brand that you'll see throughout the Southeast as you travel around on vacation.
Yeah.
To Atlanta, sit back and play in playoffs.
Right.
Well, I know that. Oh, hang on. I
See, we got $500 on the flight around the courthouse. Holiday flight. Desiree Brown at $500 the flight. What about this room rental? Let me see if I can get
this seats 40 to 50 guests. It's a great location to go to for your next event, regardless of what you're considering.
Yeah.
Just a good place to come and hang out.
I'm gonna put this.
We have some people, sometimes it's hard with your earphones on, that it sounds like we have two different things going on. So for people that are listening, we have, I know I'm loud, so I know y'all hear me. I ain't got a problem hearing me. I see that on text message. But we want to move the mic down just a little bit so that we can all kind of hear, what we have going on out here. We got the headsets on, which looks like we're talking loud, we can hear each other. This is the radio we got going on here, and then we have this mic up here that's for Facebook and YouTube. So if you can't hear us, yes, please let us know. We'll try to speak up, but we're hearing ourselves a lot, so we try not to speak too loud. So
I hope y'all can all hear what we got
going on up here today. But
you want to tell us a little bit
about? I know that some people might know, not everybody. I mean, we got a lot of people watching right now, but some interest on the educational field and literacy.
Yes.
Great time to
talk about it right now.
Welcome the opportunity to talk about that, Caroline. Thank you for that. That dream started last December at an Economic Development Authority strategic planning session. Some of the statistics that were shared with us that day indicated that as a county, and really regionally, it goes beyond Colquitt County. For most of Southwest Georgia, what we're facing is a situation where less than 40% of our children are reading at grade level by the end of third grade. And when you consider the implications of that, You think back on your school days, kindergarten through third grade, your primary focus in school was learning to read. But beginning in fourth grade, from that point forward, for the rest of your educational career through professional degrees such as that, about 85% of school curriculum is dependent on your ability to read to learn. So there's a major transformation from third to fourth grade. So if a child is not reading at grade level when they enter fourth grade, chances are 75% of them, in fact, will never catch up. They will never read at grade level before graduating if they graduate. If they're not reading at grade level by the end of the third grade, they're 5 times more likely to drop out of school without graduating. Mm-hmm. So, and the emphasis on this is not a criticism of our school system. I think it's more of a societal issue than necessarily a problem with our school system, because you have to consider a child that enters kindergarten less prepared than some of their peers. They start out behind the 8 ball. And poverty plays a big part of that. If you look at our school system in particular, about 49% of our children are growing up in economically disadvantaged circumstances. And what the implications of that, a 3-year-old who has grown up in a poverty-stricken home, on average has heard 34 million fewer words than a 3-year-old that has grown up in a household with a professional person as part of their life. So on average, when a child comes into the school system in kindergarten from a home that's in poverty, they are about 2 years behind linguistically than a child who has had someone investing in their life, teaching them how to read, teaching them the alphabet. So they start out challenged from the very beginning. And we, as we walked out of that planning meeting last December, Dan Jeter and I talked about this, and Dan shared with me an article from the Macon Telegraph that outlined how the United Way in Macon-Bibb County partnered with the Board of Education there to implement an early childhood literacy mentoring program to address this issue in their county. Statistically, they were very similar to Moultrie, Colquitt County. Mm-hmm. They had about a 38% third grade literacy rate. They enlisted the help of 300 volunteers, partnered with the Board of Education, and over a 4-year period, they increased the countywide third grade literacy rate from 38% to 59%. Wow. But even more impressive is that 89% of the children in the mentoring program were reading at grade level by the end of third grade. Wow. That's awesome. That gave us. We got to talk to that. Yes. We got to talk to that. We did. Mm-hmm. We did. But that gave us hope and encouragement that if they can do that, we can do that here in Moultrie. Right. So we started working towards that end. We wanted to raise funds to ensure that we could hire a full-time mentor director to coordinate children at different schools and work with the Board of Education to make this possible. We involved the Board of Education and several community members as we went through this process. We received a grant from Georgia Power, which allowed us to hire the Fanning Institute at the University of Georgia to guide us through this process. One of the first things that they encouraged us to do was to create an educational foundation so that we could receive funds to ensure the longevity of this program, so that we would have money on hand to pay a director and an assistant to make sure that this happened. And from there, that vision really grew that we could take this beyond just the literacy mentoring program, but also provide a source of receiving funding that could support other educational endeavors within our school system in the county. So the Board of Education has been very instrumental in this entire process. They've been very cooperative and supportive. On October the 8th, we held our first board meeting. We installed our board of 12 directors. We adopted bylaws, elected officers, and now we're in the process of raising funds to make this happen. And we have pledges in excess of $200,000, probably approaching $300,000 now to help us make this a reality. So it's been incredible.
It's definitely going to be a good thing for the community. I think that once we get behind it, we get it rocking and rolling, I think we'll see down the future, we'll see some progress. So look at this. We got 525 on the flight, guys.
I saw it. I think
and then I saw another one. Yeah, we got the event space, $100 on the event space, Wesley. And I tried to show some pictures. I did have a text message that somebody asked me to show some pictures. So I put some of those up for you guys to look at. But I mean, what an experience to be able to just, I know I said that one time, but I want to go back for anybody that got back on, because I noticed that our numbers went back up, and that you can really see what the flight, is going to be over the courthouse with the Christmas lights on.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Sorry, I
really
just can't. Cool. That's just such an experience that not everybody is going to get.
Right, and that's for up to four people, so your whole family can experience the same thing and get and they all get their own
and if you
personal
don't like your family,
experience.
You can invite other people. That's what I heard.
That's right.
You can invite who you want to, right? I think that's awesome. It's a great idea. And then the other one is that event space, and if you see on there, it says the 918. Karen Thompson said the 918 reservation room rental is an excellent item. Great for the company parties. Great for decorated. It's decorated beautifully. Gorgeous chandeliers. Great atmosphere. That's another good little meeting space for everyone. So those are two things we have right now, and we had that room at $100 for the event space. That fits 40 to 50.
40 to 50.
Yeah.
Right. And just keep in mind, we're counting down here. We're about 13 minutes out from the 1:30 time on these two items. So if you got interest in these items, go ahead and get these bids in. Let us recognize you and go ahead and get these prices on up.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we got a lot of other good things coming in today. It's funny. Well, it's not funny. It's a great thing that we have. Well, hang on. Let me say this real quick. We got Heather Bryant, and Heather Bryant is actually, they're one of the ones that helped donate Boggy Pond skeet shoot. But we got Heather Bryant and is it her brother, right, that owns Hall Contractors, the roofing? Wade, that's right. So we got her bidding for $150 on the event space.
That's her boss, Wade.
So Wade, okay, her boss. But what I was, I forgot what I was talking about a second ago. But the event space is a great opportunity to be able to do any kind of birthday parties. It's got I know that I saw that it has like a sink and like a kitchen area on there. I had pictures of it. I'm not getting really good service on my phone right now to show them. I don't know if somebody can pull up the 918 reservation rental in Southwest Georgia Community Action Council, and they have some. They'll show you some pictures of how that looks right now. And they can actually fit more than 40 or 50 guests, but they gave that number just based on what's been going on with the pandemic and trying to, get those numbers down but we're hoping that this is some family and friends that you want to get in there.
Yeah, I'm sure they can accommodate. They probably have different table setups, different different ways you can lay out depending on what kind of event you're hosting.
For sure. So I think that's awesome. And then I really am waiting on this. That holiday flight, man. Oh my God, that is just priceless. I know that when I did photography, that was one of my favorite things. I always got asked, can we take pictures down under the lights? And I was like, but to be over the lights. Like, I'm trying to make it. I really want that one. Is that my husband telling me we don't get?
Yeah, one of our big things is we like to look at Christmas lights on Christmas Eve, and we always have to end on the square.
Yes.
So we always end right on the courthouse looking up at lights, but just think about what it'd be like to fly over the lights and just get that absolutely different perspective and how great that would look.
And this right here I'm showing, it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can bend it down so you don't see a lot of the computer screens. I'm trying to show a picture of a picture. Don't you love technology? And not even my phone. All right, you see that right there? All right, that is the part of the room rental for the 918 reservation room.
And again, we're live streaming on Facebook. We're live streaming on YouTube Live or on the radio. If you're looking to call in,
if
you're looking to call in, again, those numbers are 229-985-2627 or 454-5428 or 454-0218. We'd love to hear you on the phone. Love to hear you bid. If you're listening on the square, walking around today, eating lunch, doing some shopping.
Hey, you down there.
Hey, you down there. When you're backing
what are you
out.
doing going into Lazarus? Come on, I'm just kidding. Steve will be mad. Nathan and Steve will be mad. I'm trying to save their people.
But just think about bidding on these two great items, bidding on the Christmas lights flight and the event rental.
And I remember what I was saying earlier before I saw that bid come in. I was going to say that it's cool that we have Mr. Dan Jeter's going to come in today, and he's going to talk. Him and Quentin Bates are going to come in and talk to us around 2:00. I think it's around 2:00, and we'll be able to kind of get a little backstory from him about how he used, was with the Marist and retired, and like what he's doing, what he's got going on.
Well, he's still active. He is on our corporate board of directors.
Oh, well, there
Okay.
he goes. He is a go-getter. He has not stopped, does he?
Yes.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yes.
And that's kind of, we have Ameris, today is kind of the sponsor day for Ameris Bank. They've been able to help us get some of these items for today and help us cover the day, as well as standard discount, which he'll be here today too. So we'll be hearing from some great people this afternoon, pulling people off the floor. Got Connie Fritz over here. Whoop, whoop. She's going to share some fabulous art. I need to just show y'all what she's doing. Let me see. Can I do that?
What's she
I don't know how to.
What
Look,
is Connie doing?
Okay, this is say hello to this table. This table, these are the ballers. That's what I'm going to call them. These are the people getting it done right there, taking bids and shouting them out. If you see us yelling, that's who we're yelling to. But Connie is just a work. She cannot stop working. That's a good thing. Can't sit still. Might as well use that good energy for something. So we're glad that she has some special items to show us around 4:00 today.
Again,
So,
we're about 8 minutes out. Looks like we're at $525 on the flight, and we're at $150 on the event center. There's still time to bid. Get those bids in. $525 on the flight. Looks like Jenna Alderman's in. And looks like we've got a bid from Heather Bryant on the event space.
And then if we're looking forward, I did get asked to share with y'all a little bit of some big items that we have coming up. You will see around 2:30, Daniel Parrish private party. It's like a 3-man band. So that's awesome.
If you haven't heard Daniel play, he's great.
Yeah, he's the Flintlock Annie. That's what they call their band now, right? Yeah. So we have that coming up. We have the Square is giving another private party around 2:00 that you can bid on. It's going to be like a 20-person.
And if you haven't been to the Square,
that's the Super Bowl party.
Since they converted over to more of a pizza style, Italian style thing, they have some excellent pizza.
Yeah, for sure. And then we even added in, and it wasn't on the original list at 2:00. You'll see a Atlanta Falcons multi-snack helmet. That could go great if you decide you want to do your Super Bowl party, even if they don't play the Super Bowl.
We were going to call that a Falcon Super Bowl helmet.
Yeah, but we just kind of backtracked on that one.
Not likely.
But it's still awesome. It's something that we can look at. We got that coming up. I don't know if y'all know, but if you've been listening since earlier today, I've gotten the most text messaging calls about this bourbon package that's coming up at 2.
Yep, got 5 bottles of bourbon.
It's actually 1:30 to 2:00. That bourbon package
the next slate, we're gonna have the bourbon. It's 5 bottles of bourbon. There's also going to be a Texas Rangers baseball signed by
Governor
George
Governor Bush. And now we also have, National Beef gave $500 worth of steaks.
Wow.
So we got that coming up here too. I mean, y'all better hang around. We got a big day coming up. We got Greg Bird paintings. If you know Greg Bird, he is now signed on with Coach Purse, and sometimes he's known as the guy that paints the butts. And I don't hate to say that on a thing like that, but we'll get Brian Laster to talk about that in a little while. That'll be a fun one. So we're having a lot of fun up here, a lot of live things going on, a lot of things behind the scenes, like I say, every day. We got 5 computers, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 computers, 7, lots of computers. I ran out of fingers.
Yeah, we're trying to provide a little bit of everything.
I only have 8. Did y'all notice I only have 8 fingers?
Where you can see us, we can monitor new bids coming in. We keep up with the items, but it takes a lot of machines, a lot of people.
5:30 for the flight, Desiree.
Wow, thank you, Desiree.
We got 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes.
Hey, I have a question, Caroline.
Yeah.
How are you going to accommodate the Baptists who want to bid anonymously on this bourbon?
Well, good. I'm glad you asked, because we have another item tomorrow that is going to have to be a private bid as well. But I'm going to hold that one. We're not talking about that one today. We're going to let Paul. We're going to let Paul talk about that. You don't have to talk about that. You're good. You're like, thank you, save me. But we do. Listen, you always have an opportunity to call in and place a private bid. You can, I know some people might want to shoot me a text or shoot somebody they know that's on the board a text up here and say, hey, I want to bid on that. I've had people call us personally up here. So that's funny that you asked that, though, because I do have people that want private bid on some things. So there is an opportunity, definitely. Gotcha. And we'll just say, hey, we got a bid we'll make sure we got a bid on the phone. So.
Yep, and those numbers are 229-985-2627 or 454-5428 or 454-0218.
Look at this war on here. 540 for the fight from Amanda Henson. Where'd she come from?
Amanda, out of nowhere.
And look, Jenna's getting mad at Desiree, and Desiree's like, Jenna, you better back off. I'm getting that blizzard party. You want a blizzard or not? Look at that. We're on a whole different slate now.
But she won the blizzard, so she I think she's taking votes on who's going to get on that list of 30.
Ooh, 550. Look, I scrolled down. We're 550 on the flight. Desiree
so
Brown.
Desiree has a little leverage.
She's got a fight in her.
Well, she got a little leverage because she's got some blizzards to give away. So
feisty. I love it. That's good. You get what you want. You want it, you go for it. You know what I mean? You got to. That's how these things work. And especially when you're getting a good deal like that. And that experience is priceless. Even to get the opportunity to know some of the people down the square, to walk up and take pictures from there.
Even if it wasn't lit up, it would still be an experience. That's right. But just think about it. You not only get to fly over beautiful downtown Moultrie, you get to fly over it when it's lit up, when it's decorated so beautifully for the holidays.
We got another celebrity that's coming in the building that we're about to put up here. Watch. At least you think she can come help us auction off the 5-pack of bourbon?
She might.
I bet.
Miss Beth Bates. Oh, look, Jenna Alderman. She's gonna get it now. She ain't fighting. Wait,
that's not Jenna.
We got
that's
Jamie with 575.
Jamie sneaking in.
And Bradley Grantham saying, "You better get it, Jenna."
All right, we're up to 600.
Brandy Summerlin, we got $600 on the flight.
And just a reminder, we also have a event center rental at the Southwest Georgia Community Action Council, and we need some bids on it as well.
$625.
What's the bid on the event rental? Still $150. Still $150.
Event rental is still with Heather Bryant, right?
$650 on the flight.
$650 on the flight. Oh, well, no, it's $700 on the flight. Let's go back.
We are in the 2-minute warning. Again, remember, there may be a slight lag if you're listening out on Facebook World. By the time it gets from us to your house, wherever you're watching, the office, whatever it may be, there may be a slight lag. So get those comments in because we don't like snipers.
Snipers. We have to clarify what a sniper is every 5 seconds because people are going to get on and be, what's a sniper? Like, that's a sniper. And she said, I'm just trying to make my blanket. Tell me what it is.
A sniper, again, a reminder, a sniper is somebody that waits to the last second and tries to put that last bid on right when the clock cuts down.
She's like, it's going to be me when everybody
and we have a lot of hands going up
in here.
And I think one of them got hung yesterday because they waited too long. So what we don't want to do is you wait till you hear me say, we wait till we hear us say sold. And by that time, it may be just a little bit too late. So, again, we want to bid early, bid often. We're going to hashtag that at some point.
I'm loving it. So we got Jenna Alderman is writing on here. I'm talking to Lacey Herndon that's with Jenna on my cell phone. And then we got everybody else. We look at all these. Get that Desiree and Laura, and look at Karen's cheering somebody on. This is a priceless experience. So I think that's great that everybody's excited as we are, for sure.
Well, it looks like we're at 1 minute, counting down. We're on the 1 minute countdown. Get that final bid in. The bid on the flight is currently $700, and that's Desiree Brown is at $700, and then we've got Heather Bryant at $150 on the event center.
Oh, $725.
Yeah.
$725. Amanda Henson, come back in there. Look
Don't
at her.
wait till the last second.
Look at that.
New
what's
bid, Brand.
No, we already got a 750.
We got a double bid
already. Desiree Brown's at 750.
Brandy, Desiree's looks like hers came up first on our end. So Brandy, if you want to bid, you're gonna have to bid again.
And
so
counting.
we're getting real close. My clock says 1:30, but we got a couple people coming in. We're about to close it. So if you want to bid, go ahead and put that last number down, because look, they're still coming in.
Jamie.
They're still coming in.
Oh, 780 flight.
I know yesterday we closed some a little early, but we're going to leave it open for just a second. If you got a bid, go ahead and place it now, because in a few seconds, we're going to go ahead and mark it as sold.
785.
And we're going to mark it as sold, and we're going to announce a winner. So we're going to give it just a second, because they're still coming in. Look, 800.
Oh, we got the 800.
The way I like an auction to work is, as long as people are bidding, we're going to keep it open.
We're going to have to put it in the next slate.
But at some point, we're going to have to close
it sometime.
So if you got a bid, it looks like 800. If you got one more bid in you, go ahead and place it now. We're going to go ahead and sell. Looks like the event center has sold for $150 to Heather Bryant.
Yes, Heather Bryant.
Heather Bryant, thank you, Heather. And we're going to sell the flight over downtown Christmas lights. $800 going once, going twice. Going to wait 5 seconds for the lag. Sold.
All right.
So Desiree, thank you, Desiree. $800 on the flight. Thank y'all.
You got it, girl. Desiree Brown, $800. And I'm sorry, Jenna. Lacey, tell Jenna I'm sorry. I love it. I love the excitement. That's awesome. Look how good.
Oh no!
Did we close it out?
We closed it out. We closed that one. Now again,
we closed at 800.
We closed at 800. Sorry, Jamie. Desiree, if you want to give the other $25, you're more than welcome.
She's like, I'll take $25. Well, we closed it at 8. She's like, dude, don't close it. I know, it's hard to leave that there. We did it. 800.
I think we're going to have to keep it open just a few seconds longer for this lag, because I don't know how long the lag really is. It may be more than 5 seconds. Maybe 5, 10, 15 seconds, depending on where you're. I think in an hour. We're going to close it out before then. But.
That's awesome. And that was exciting. We love to see some back and forth like that. So it's definitely worth it. And we're so glad that you came and sat with us, Tim. We're glad to have you.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
I think we need you around too.
And I think we appreciate all Ameris does for our community, and all the support that they give us. It's fun. It's fun working these events and just seeing how all the organizations work together. Because ultimately, our goal is to make Colquitt County the best place it can be.
Absolutely.
Right. So, and we're thankful. We can't wait to hear more about the Educational Foundation.
Sure.
So.
Well, thank you. Thanks for allowing me to share that.
Of course.
And you're right. I've lived in 4 different communities in my lifetime, and Moultrie Colquitt County is unlike any of the others in the way that they support things like this. So we're very blessed to live.
Can we get 2 flights? You think you need to go call and come back?
I'll try to call.
If we can, we might add it back in this afternoon. We'll look at that.
Okay.
You never know.
I'll try to call him.
He's a giving spirit.
For those of you who were bidding on the flight, Tim's going to make a call. We're going to see if we can't get another one
We're going to beg and plead,
added to the slate.
Alan's hard to get in touch with, though. He's a busy man.
And if we can't get it today, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. So just keep your eyes open, because that flight we may try to get a second one there, because
we're going to beg and plead.
A great item.
All right. And I think we have another special guest. You want to come up here and join us today, Beth?
All right.
Yes.
And while she's coming up and getting set in, I'm going to go ahead and read you off the next items. That's going to be for the 1:30 to 2 o'clock half hour.
Let me get them on the screen.
We're going to go ahead and throw them on the screen so you can see this half hour. Got a lot of great items here. We've got a Here for a Good Sign package that includes two
Not
nights.
here's your sign. Here for a
Yeah.
good
What's it
sign.
say? Personal sign rental that includes 2 nights, 3 days. So you get a sign for the weekend, apparently.
Yeah, for the weekend.
Or any weekdays.
Or any weekdays. Again, 2 nights, 3 days. Put your sign up. Got another D&K nail $30 gift certificate. Got a standard. This is donated by Standard Discount. It's a Hairy Dog coffee table book, and again, we have two coffee table books. So if you're going to be bidding on these items, make sure you differentiate between the UGA one. Is that right?
Yes, the UGA and the long leaf
The
pine.
UGA one,
And
the long leaf
We're
pine.
going to
So
show a picture on the side right here.
when
We'll
you're
get
making the
set up.
comments, just keep in mind we have two coffee table books. We have the UGA one, and then we have the long leaf pines one. They're both being offered in this half hour. So when you make your comments, make sure you put UGA or long leaf pines and call in. Make sure that you're
Turn
letting
that
them know
camera around.
the difference. We also have a 17-layer caramel cake donated by Amy
You
Willingham,
can't call her Amy.
aka
Bradley
Grantham's mom.
That's what she said. Everybody will know me as that.
And,
That's true.
and again, this is not a
Oh, we already got $50 on the cake.
all right. So that's 17 layers caramel cake. And then we also have a Thanksgiving Pilgrim salt and pepper shaker.
Not yet.
While we're walking around, can we also show off the salt and pepper shakers, the Pilgrims?
Go.
Be a good addition to your Thanksgiving meal. Salt and pepper
It's like I
shaker.
can't see where I'm pointing this thing.
Maybe you can see it.
There you are. Can you
And
see it?
then-
You're real cute. Right in time for Thanksgiving.
We got a couple more items we want to go over real quick before we get to our guests. We have
The
a
hot topics coming.
a Texas Ranger baseball signed by Governor Bush,
That's what I'm supposed to text Barbara.
and it's up there.
But it's President Bush.
It's
But while he was
President-
governor.
then
While he was
Because like
governor.
Governor Bush would be Jet.
Yeah.
That's right. I asked which Bush it was because I didn't know.
You have to say then governor.
Or it
That's
could
what
just
I call
say
it, then
or
governor.
it could just say W.
Yep.
There you go.
All right,
W.
And then the item of the half hour that we've already got bids on, everybody's looking forward
Oh, we
to,
already got a $100
is
bid on it.
All right.
The bourbon
the
package.
bourbon package.
And I want to do a little shout out real quick to the bourbon package. It actually comes from, it's not local, it's from Smitty's Packaging in Lake Park. This is the United Way director, Michael Smith in Valdosta. He is, I think he's currently still the owner of Smitty's, but he donated this package of 5. And I asked him, I said, wouldn't it be nice to have a bourbon tasting for somebody that might want that? And he said, how about we do ones that nobody really, some rare good ones. So we got some out there for you. I don't know much about them, but I heard they're good.
It's football season.
There you go.
I saw 4 roses. And,
Yeah.
so.
So I've heard some good about that. I've talked about those all day. So,
$200.
let's introduce Beth real quick.
Tell us a little
What's
bit
up?
about what you got going on, what you've been up to, and
God, well, I'm pretty boring.
Oh, whatever. She does everything.
No, I'm just happy to be here. Happy to rearrange my day at 6:30 a.m. to come here. So
I said, hey, we don't have any speakers at the top 30 of every slate. Beth, what you doing today?
I said, all right, play pickleball and then come on in. So
She does a lot. So she actually the here for a good sign is in a partnership that she's
Okay.
in. So
that's
you said you
our
play
role.
pickleball. Do you play with Jeff Bush by chance? He
No.
works in our office.
No, I don't.
He plays in
actually.
Thomasville.
No.
Every
I'm
weekend.
new to the pickleball
Okay.
scene. I'm working at it. There's a tournament coming up next weekend, and I'm real excited.
Okay.
But
that'll be good.
I'm excited to be here and support the United Way because it supports everyone. So
it runs in your family too.
mhm,
So
yeah,
you got your dad coming in at 2. I hear.
I know we'll tag out Dad,
Oh.
Jimmy, and Quentin all together.
Tell
That'll be fun.
us about these signs, Beth. What do you get if you buy this sign rental package?
Well, I should have thrown one in the back of my car for a visual aid, but
Yeah, can pull up a picture.
yeah, if you go to Here for a Good Sign on Facebook, it's about a 5-foot party hat rental, and there's 3 different options. There's one that's the stripes, one that's got sprinkles on it, and one that's dinosaurs.
Ooh,
And
I like that.
we put happy birthday and then your name, or you can say like it's a party. We can print a separate anything you want in the middle, and then
Or a welcome home, Dana.
Mhm.
Dana asked for that today. She said she could do welcome home.
Yes.
You know what it was?
we can make a welcome home if anyone's coming back
from anywhere.
Tallahassee or anywhere.
Tallahassee, I love it. Down the road, Pavo.
It's always a celebration when
From
Daddy
the
comes
office.
home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Welcome home. This one's a cute one, Tiffany. I got Tiffany Fox's little girl. I don't think she'll care if we share this one right here. This is the one that was posted. You kind of see it. There you go. Look at that one. That's so cute.
So we come and set it up at night, and or anytime you want to. It's there for 2 nights, sometimes 3 if we're running behind or you live far out, and it's a good little birthday
Good little
celebration.
everything.
Yeah.
I've seen it for anniversary. I've seen it for a lot of
Anniversaries,
things.
birthdays,
Yeah.
wedding showers,
Anything
baby
worth
showers.
celebrating.
There
I
you go.
mean, do you know that John Michael said, if we don't have that, I need that this year. And I was like, okay. I mean, it's like,
Let me
I
pull
felt
some
pressured. I
strings.
did. I remember saying, hey, I know this is last minute. I
Yeah.
really need
And we worked you in.
I don't care if it's just one day.
Yeah.
Please get me some sign in my yard.
I just
right
need
now.
a picture.
Here's one with the dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs
So
is real cute. That's my kid. Walt.
I know, that's so funny. Wow. That's so cute.
So it's a good little.
There you go.
It's a good size, and we put it up in the dark of the night so your kid wakes up surprised or not.
Santa Claus
Mhm.
on your birthday.
It's like
Yeah,
those,
but
it's
birthday
like those
claws.
flamingos that you stick in people's yards, but
Yes.
instead of getting
There you
flamingos,
go.
you
You
get
get
a birthday.
There you go, love it. Oh, we got some bids going on. Let's check
Looks like
in.
we got a lot of bids coming in, and
Hey, let's check in and see where we are.
let's check
We're gonna
in
have
with
too much time.
the table because it looks like we've got bids coming on all the items from all over the place. Where are we high bid? Where are we at on the sign? The sign's at 55. Who is
What
that?
up?
And Alexis is 55 on the sign. Then what's the nail certificate? 20 on the nail certificate.
And that's a $30 nail gift
That's
certificate
right.
like that.
So we're still undervalued on the nails. So if you need an excuse to get your nails done, get to United Way.
There she is, 125 on that baseball.
And then we've got the 2 coffee table books, the long leaf and the UGA coffee table. We got any bids on the coffee table books? 30 on UGA, and we're 50 on the long leaf.
That is, and if you read that, that's all about UGA and the history of the dogs. I like that one. That one's awesome. You know, I could see those pine trees going with like they were like, you know, they might want something like that on their coffee table. I need to start texting some people.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've also got a
Hey, where's that bourbon at? What we at with that?
Connie's shaking her head. No,
I
it
don't
says
know.
not coming home to
Don't
me.
say anything. 310 on the bourbon
310,
package.
yep, that's 5 bottles. So you get a little bit of everything on your tasting. What about the cake? Where are we at on we're selling the caramel cake? 100 on the cake. Again, if you've been watching this week,
But that's just not any cake. That's Bradley Grant.
if you've been watching the cake,
and it's 17
$100
layers.
is
17
a
layers.
great buy. So I know there's probably a few people, and we're going to have to get on to you, but if you're waiting till the last minute, you got to bid early, you got to bid often.
Yeah, okay. And UGA one at $40 for Brandy summer.
Baseball is 175.
175 at the baseball.
Again, that is former Governor George W. Bush.
Yeah, can you see that signature on that ball?
President George W. Bush.
Now president. We gotta make sure we add that
Yeah.
president in.
Again, if you watch the World Series, they played it down in Arlington at the Ranger Stadium. Great World Series there. So, yeah, bubble baseball.
Mm,
Kind of
Topical.
a new term.
Right in front of me.
World we're living in. They played it at the Texas
Listen, you
Ranger
missed doing like one of those quick bids.
Oh.
Yeah, you missed it. And then the body
Y'all wanna do
butter.
Which,
I tried to say I can do Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
and
A
then I
peck of pickled
said,
peppers, Peter Piper picked.
and I said, Betty bought some butter, but she said this butter bitter. If I put it in my batter, it'll make my batter bitter. So she bought some better butter, put it in her bitter batter.
I thought we
butter,
were rapping.
butter, butter.
I know.
So it was better Betty butter.
I love it. I can't do that fast. I would not be able to do it.
Seashells by the sea.
I went from the P to the B to the, now we're on the S.
She sells
Seashells,
seashells by the seashore.
Well, the thing about
Everybody heard Beth's talent. Everybody just
the thing about auction school, they teach kind of all of them. So you got rubber baby buggy bumper that try to run your
rubber
R's,
bumper.
rubber baby buggy bumper, and
Rubber
then
baby bubble.
and then we also do big black bug, but a big black bear. So you get your bees in there, roll them
Uh-huh.
around. Big Black Bull, Bit of Big Black Bear.
I just know Peter Piper because I read it to John Michael. And he thinks it's amazing that I can say it that fast.
We need. It looks like Brandy would like a name of the bourbons. So can we
There
read?
we go.
Can
we
we?
got them.
Can
Four
we?
Roses.
Oh, we got 4 roses.
Elijah Craig. Is that what that says?
Elijah Craig.
Redemption. And you know, I learned something.
And there's 2 more. We got 1792.
1792. And what's the next one? Old Tub. All right, unfiltered. So what I found out in my search of Kentucky. I'm ready for this. Okay. Kentucky bourbon with straight bourbon whiskey is that you can only use straight if it's been aged, I think 1 to 2 years, something like that. I learned that, guys. I had to look this up because I was like, is all bourbon straight bourbon or is all bourbon in Kentucky? Because 95%
It's all
of
about-
the world's bourbon is in Kentucky.
There's a difference.
See, I learned
There's a difference between bourbon.
connoisseur, and I don't drink it.
There's a difference between bourbon and Tennessee whiskey, but I can't remember what the difference is.
One is from Tennessee.
I know, but one
And
has
everything else is
maybe water. I think water may be the difference.
too much water.
I don't think bourbon has any water content, but I don't know that for sure.
sure.
I may be wrong. Who knows?
Vodka's from potatoes.
Potato. Tomato. We don't know what we're doing.
last time.
Gregory said that somebody needed to taste the bourbon.
Well, last time I
That
was
devalues it.
in Kentucky, I did a bourbon tasting tour.
Bourbon tastes better because you're your bees again.
Bourbon tasting tour. We went to Buffalo Trace, which I think Buffalo Trace may make 4 roses, but again, I can't.
I don't know. It says everything is in Kentucky. All of them. I've been Kentucky. Yeah. Oh, all right. We're at what time? Is that?
We're 15. We're halfway on the half hour.
And where
Again, we got 220 on the baseball.
220 on the baseball. We're up. Barbara Grove.
What else we got? Shout them out.
315 on the bourbon. So that must mean, is it Jeannie?
How much on the cake? 30 on the cake. Again, that's 17 layers. So if you
Kendall's back up. I'm gonna get
That's
excited
awesome.
for Kendall every day.
if you price it by the layer,
Less
that's really
than
not that
$10.
much.
Yeah.
I love the statistics.
Well, what I always like to tell people is
Kendall, we need you at
you figure
170.
out how many slices you can make.
Yeah.
And then if you can't do the math, you just add a few more slices.
You just had a few more slices. I love it.
What else we got? What about the
Nails.
what about the nails? We still at 20 on the nails.
I saw it was at 30 at one point.
We're up to 30. 30
Who
nails.
is it? You?
Mhm.
Oh, goody. We got a celebrity coming in the building.
There's Iggy.
I like the smile he's got on his
Bidding
face.
looks
That's
like
awesome.
new bid on the baseball.
250.
There we go, Barbara.
New bid on the cake.
Joey,
Thank
we
you,
got
Joey.
Hey, Joey, who is this for? Who you getting it for, Joey? Is this a plate?
I mess with Steve. I'm gonna send him a picture and ask him.
Where are we on the sign?
Yeah, where are we on the sign?
Alexis 55 on the sign again. You can get that for whatever you're celebrating, weddings, birthdays, coming home parties, you name it. They can do a sign for you. And you get it. They come in during the night and it stays there for a couple of nights while you celebrate.
I'm the Vanna White for today. Just not.
Pilgrims. I think we forgot all about
the
the salt and pepper
Pilgrims.
shaker. Is that the first bid on the salt and pepper?
I forgot about the pilgrims. Oh, they're actually at
25.
25. With
All right,
who?
Ann. You're going to try a little harder than that, Ann.
Ken turned up to see has pilgrim.
Ann thought she was going to slide in and just give us
Ann.
$10.
She did the
but-
same thing with those makeup junkie bags from Flossy Peach, and they ended up with them. Look at, all right, we got the sign at 65. Alexis Gibson, best cake people ever eat. Bradley Grantham's mom, from Bradley Grantham. Well, when you come pick that up, Bradley, if y'all decide to bid on that, come get
I
your
wonder,
drill you bought too.
Does Bradley help, you think?
I don't know. Are you good at making those?
I'm guessing no.
I meant signs. Those,
Mhm.
you good at making those cakes. All right, we got West $75 on. All right, we're doing good.
Yeah,
guys.
we're getting close. We're 12 minutes out. And just a reminder, there is probably a lag. So when you're hearing this on the internet, there may be 10 minutes, there may be less. So go ahead and bid early. and bid often. We're going to hashtag it before the end of the day.
So why don't we have a few minutes? Why don't we ask? I know that you are the former president of the Multi Service League. Why don't you give us a little update on what y'all got going on? Your pumpkin sales. How'd that go?
We sold some pumpkins and we sold a good number of them. Thank you, Lassiter Tractor, for letting us distribute out there. Because the Santa Stroll and Roll is our biggest fundraiser, and it was canceled because of COVID and no downtown activities. So trying to make sure that we still have enough money to make our budget. So we came up with the pumpkin idea, and everyone got some really cool pumpkins.
And then the literacy kits that we're looking at.
Yes. And so now we're selling sponsorships we would normally go to the second and fourth grade children come to the Art Center, to the Kaleidoscope Museum, and we facilitate the field trip. And then we have a director, and she does a whole day of art education, and they're not able to come because of field trip. So we are putting together art packets for all second and fourth graders to go home with them, and the teacher can do one of the crafts with them, or they can take it home and do them with their family. So we've gotten a lot of sponsorships from our community for that. So we're super grateful that we're able to still get art education out there. I need to talk louder.
Remember the microphone. The microphone. This goes to the radio. This goes to the Facebook world. So sometimes we forget we're double mic.
We're double dutying. We got a lot of different platforms going on right now too. We got WMTM 105.1, and I think that is also the 1300 AM channel. I think they're.
And I know we talked a while ago about the bourbon, but it looks like we just got a new comment asking for a friend. I guess that's one way some of these Baptists.
There you go, Waylon, bring it on in. Asking for a friend. We got some. We do have some people that were interested in calling in. You feel free to call anybody that's around the table over here.
Those numbers are 229-985-2627 or 454-5428 or 454-0218.
And we also, I can tell you some names if you feel comfortable with people at the table. We have, you can call Bill Bishop, Ann Schwarzentrieber, Tim Powers, Wesley Rogers, Tori Fuller Murray. That's a mouthful. I'm never going to get that together. Connie Fritz and Brian Lassner, if you would like to place a private bid. Or the numbers, of course, listed on the screen up there. So, and it looks like Renee Truitt is asking us to put in a plug. Next Thursday, November the 5th, is our big exhibit. The Art Center from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Kid friendly. Artie will be there. Dirt cake cups.
It's for the Art of the Bug exhibit. So it's Art of the Bug and the Bug and the Art, I think, is the whole name of it.
The bug and the Bug and the Arts. As long as we got Artie the Art Bug, we're going to go somewhere, right?
Yeah, so we can't go to Disney World without, right now. So we can go to Artie the Art Bug.
Everybody, might as well. Come on now.
Oh, it's a super cool exhibit, and they've been trying to have it for a year. It was supposed to be last year, and whatever happened, and then COVID, and so we've got that coming up.
And that's
next Thursday.
Okay, what was I say? He wants to know where we are. So where are we?
53 for the baseball.
They're at 315 for the bourbon.
I think that's a strategy, Desiree.
Yeah.
She tries to disrupt some bidding patterns by getting a little off increment on them.
She's good now. She's got a little fire under her, doesn't she?
But whatever she's doing is working because she's done a handful of items. So keep it up, Desiree.
Yeah. Well, if you're coming to pick up today, might as well pick up all you can.
Just have to come once.
You only get to come one time. Or you can be some people that are like holding off on days. They're like, okay, I know I want this and this and this. So Friday, just put this right.
They're gonna bring the truck. Pull the U-Haul up.
And we have Friday. We have Judd Lassiter bringing up here a lawnmower.
Wow.
So we have a lawnmower that's going.
Is he gonna just ride it over from the tractor company, or?
That's a good idea. We should get a video of it. Maybe that'll sell it. We'll get him to sign it on the side.
And some balloons, and he can ride down the side of it.
I love it. That's awesome. Oh, we got 7 minutes.
7-minute countdown.
We'll run through them real quick and tell them what they are. I know.
Sure, I'll run through a couple. We've got a 17-layer caramel cake. What's the cake at?
It's at 175.
It's at 175.
Again,
done a little climbing since we talked about it last, but it's up to 175. It's over the $10.
Over $10 a layer.
So hey, there you go.
It's a steal.
We've got the Pilgrim salt and pepper shaker. Last we heard it was at 25, and it's still at 25. Got the Texas Rangers signed baseball by former Governor Bush, former President Bush.
W43.
W43.
We've got
sounds like a or something.
What's the
Put
baseball
some
at?
W43 on it.
W43 on that one.
How much? 253 on the baseball.
Baseball,
Thank you,
Desiree.
Desiree. We've also got the Kentucky bourbon package. You get 5 bottles of bourbon, and it's at $3.15.
I
Last
just want to
look.
take a short little pause and say, Summer, you are like the best Vanna White back there, and you're not even being seen. Like, let me show this real quick. All right, a little behind the scenes action. Might as well add it on the screen. Look at her doing big things over there. Thank you. I love it. Thank you for doing that. I know a lot of people out there want to see what's going on.
Yeah, so if you need to see a closer look at the salt and pepper shaker, the baseball, the bourbon, the cake, they're all on this table. Summer's walking around. She's going to show it off. You got the coffee table books, both of them. Remember, if you're bidding on the coffee table books, let us know UGA or the long leaf book.
Long leaf pines, as
What
far
are-
as you can see.
What are the books up to?
50 for the long leaf pine.
And 40 for the UGA.
We got 50 on the long leaf and 40 on the UGA.
Man,
So.
that UGA.
And 30 on the D&K nails.
And 30 on the nail certificate. Thank you for the update.
And I love Karen back there, Karen Thompson, cheering people on. It's like she's when you can't, if you don't want to bid on it, or if you can't, you go, hey girl, get it. We like to see it. Keep going. Get some action on it, going around. So we got. So who still has the sign? Wesley, you still at the sign over there? $75. You got some birthdays coming up.
Parker Lee's December.
Yeah,
Wes-
it's December. I was about to say
We just had
Lee's in
Parker
summer.
Lee, yeah. We did Parker Lee's birthday.
Yeah.
You can't leave Webb out.
How much? $3.25
We
on
bid
the
on the
bourbon.
bourbon.
The baseball's at $2.60.
Man, I would have asked for some more bourbon if I would have known people wanted.
We are in the 5-minute countdown again. Don't wait till the last minute. Last late. We waited. Bids were still coming in.
Cut it, and we still.
Now is the time to bid. There's no time like the present. Don't let the lag catch you. I just see a new comment from Heather saying, Brad Gregory, here's your cake.
Ooh, same exact. Oh, I got some good news. Do you want to read it out? No.
Before we do that, let's look.
Yeah, let's hold this.
We got a comment on here that I think maybe you can help them with, Caroline. But Brad wants to know how many carbs are in the bourbon.
How many carbs are in the bourbon? Okay, I need to know.
Tell
Are we
them-
ketoing?
Tell them far less than the cake.
Far less than the cake is what I'm being told.
There's no carbs.
No carbs. They do not count if you drink water with it.
And
If
they're
you
all-
drink 5
That
bottles
was
of bourbon, the
if it-
carbs don't
if it
matter.
No,
does-
it's not water. You drink bourbon with it, and it doesn't count.
if it does have carbs, they're
You
good
drink
carbs.
bourbon
Yeah.
in the cake.
They're the good kind.
I think we're confusing them now. They're just gonna buy it because they're like, forget it. I don't know what I'm
They
doing.
may think this is a bourbon cake.
They might think this is a bourbon cake.
How good would those go together, though?
Oh, I'm just saying.
There you go, Brad. You love cake. You love bourbon.
and caramel.
That
You
sounds
might be
good.
onto something.
Yeah.
What's Brad? Oh, I love cake. Look at that. I love cake. Joey Payson, you called me last night. You said you're going to get him a cake. It's right there. Brad's right there at it. You see me
Just
say, I
over
love-
$10 a
I
layer.
love cake.
And we have 3 minutes. I think we ought to hold off onto your announcement until the next slate.
Yeah, I do have a good announcement.
We have a great announcement
I don't
coming up.
want him to leave though before I do.
Well, we
but-
got 3 minutes. Let's hold off and let's talk about these great items that are going to be here again. 3 minutes. By the time you hear this, you may have 2 minutes. You may have 1 minute. So go ahead and bid. Looks like the bourbon's coming up. 330 on the bourbon. New bid there. We also have the sign. Last we heard $75. Still $75. The nail certificate still 30 on the nail certificate. Yes.
Yes.
And then we've got the coffee book tables. I think the UGA one last we heard was 40 on the UGA and 50 on the long leaf. And I think that's all the items we got. Again, we're down to 2 minute warning.
Test,
2 minute
test,
warning.
check, test.
Oh, the
test. Mike, 1, 2, 1, 2. Sorry, somebody asked me a question. I'm coding.
We
You
got
can code in these things.
don't forget about the salt and pepper shaker. And don't forget about the signed Texas Rangers baseball. Again, we're down to
You
the
know,
final
it's
2
funny
minutes.
that Donnie's trying to call me out again. He called me out. He's the one that called me out yesterday with needing a shovel and a spoon to eat my ice on live TV. So you don't get surprised by anything by sitting up here, right?
That's right.
You might as well tell the next people that are coming out here to be ready to be embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
Coming on
Quentin,
camera.
that's you.
The comments are coming in.
All right, and we got 2 minutes.
Count it down.
2 minutes.
Final 2.
Yeah.
Final 2 again.
Kate, are you cake? Brad, are you getting
We've
that?
got quite a few items to keep up with. So if you're planning on sniping, don't do it.
Sniping. Do we need to explain? Connie wants to know one more time. What is a snipe?
Don't wait till the last.
It's a bird.
minute.
It's a bird out in the woods that you can.
Which we know Connie is guilty. She just looks like somebody who would be waiting for the last minute.
I'm not laughing about the salt and pepper shakers. I think that those are fabulous. I was laughing about the bourbon. What are you talking about? Did you get so Ken? I need to know: are these for you, or the Pilgrim shakers for you, or for Fraley?
They're for you.
Oh, I love that.
New bid on the bourbon.
Whoa.
new bid on the cake. Again, we're in the
Yes.
last minute, last call. Yes or yes
Yes or yes.
on the bids.
Cake 200. Joey Faison. He's in it to win it, man.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna close these items out in just a minute. We're gonna leave it open for a few seconds as we adjust for the lag. We're gonna read them off. Don't wait till the last minute to place your bids.
Yeah. All right. I'm nervous. You nervous? I get nervous about these endings.
I don't get nervous
Well,
because
because we shut it and people are like
we shut it. But
$1,000.
you know what? You know what? At the end of the day, Caroline, we're here to raise money.
That's true.
So if a new bid comes in, guess what?
Yeah.
We're gonna open it up.
Bring it. Waylon Stuckey says, bring it to the tavern, Joey. Bring it on.
Bring the cake.
Yeah. You know, they got plans from yesterday and the other days. They doing a boggy pond with the Heath Deloach we got packages going on packages over here.
All right, looks
That's
like we got a
smart.
new bid on the bourbon, new bid on the
What's your
cake.
cake?
I'm going to go ahead. We're going to close this. We're about to close this out. So if you got a final bid, let's go ahead and place it. Go ahead and
All
place
right.
it.
Yep.
They're still coming in.
All right,
Let's go ahead and
Misty,
place
what was
it.
yours on? Is that the bourbon? Bourbon. $3.55 on the bourbon.
Thank you, Misty. Again, Misty, your clock says 2 o'clock.
$3.75 on
Yeah,
the
we're
bourbon. This is
Take it.
making
All
me
right.
nervous.
We're going to hold the bourbon off as bids come in. I'm going to go ahead and read some of the other ones off. We're going ahead and close some of them that hadn't had a bid on them in a while. Let's look at the Texas Rangers baseball signed by former governor, former President Bush. I think it's
Barbara
safe.
got it.
I think it's safe to close that one. What was the bid on the baseball?
Barbara
260.
Grogan.
Barbara Groban. Thank you, Barbara.
Yeah.
On the salt and pepper shaker, 25 Ken Turnip Seed. Says
Get
Caroline,
it.
don't laugh at my salt and pepper
I'm
shakers.
all for it, Ken.
All right, we got a few
Hey,
bids.
by the way, come
got
pick
a
up
few
your other
bids on the
stuff.
cake. We're gonna hold that one. We got a few bids on the bourbon. We're gonna hold that one again. We're announcing winners. So if you got one last bid, go ahead and place it.
We're out on the cake now.
Well, I'm gonna hold it just in case
Oh,
something comes in.
goodness.
All right, so here for a good sign, $75 still the Wesley Rogers.
$75.
The D&K Nail gift certificate, $30 to Miss Connie. Then we've got the UGA coffee table book,
UGA's 40. Randy Selman.
$40 to Randy
Brandy.
Sumlin. And then the Longleaf Pines coffee table book,
$50 and
$50 to Ann. And then the last two, we should be closed on. Everybody should have gotten their bids on. We got the cake. $235 Kendall Jimerson on the
Thanks,
cake.
Kendall.
Oh,
$250.
$250.
We're gonna leave the cake open. We're gonna let Kendall come back before I close it for good. We're gonna let Kendall come back one more time. Sorry, Joey. We're here to raise money. But on the bourbon is now closed. The bourbon is now closed. It looks like it was $375 to Paige Shaw. $375 to Paige Shaw. We're gonna give Kendall just a few more seconds to come back.
Come on, Kendall.
Come on, Kendall.
Don't lose that cake.
If I was going to be a bid call and I say 250 now, would it get 275, 275 now, 250 bid,
Mhm.
looking for
That's it.
275, 275 now, and I have. Are we all in? All done.
Best cake ever.
So-
Well, you won't know, Kendall.
So
$250.
$250 to Joey Faison. Thank you. Was it Bradley's mom?
Bradley Cranthum's mom. I love it. And thank you, Beth, for coming in.
Oh, yeah, it
Talking
was
to us.
fun. I know.
You're like a preface for what's coming next.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you're like, here's the rest of my family.
I know. And
Enjoy.
here are all the other people I'm related to in town.
I love it. And we're glad to have Beth here with us. Like we said earlier, we had Tim here with Ameris Bank, and now we have Beth here. And Beth does a lot of different things in the community, from man, from service league to here's for a good sign. I always want to say, here's your sign. I don't know why. It's ever since I talked to you about that.
Here
I
for a
can't
good
do it.
time. Here for a good time. Here's your sign.
And listen, avid workout partner with the YMCA.
Volunteer all
she
around.
does it. She is all about it. So we're glad to have her. And now it looks like we have the rest of her family coming up.
Who wants my headset?
Who wants
Thanks,
it?
Caroline.
And y'all
You're
get to
doing
have
so
mine
great.
too, so come on up here.
All right. While they come up, I've got Mr. Dan Jeter coming up, and I've got Quentin. I got Quentin coming up.
Yeah,
And I've got two. I'm going to go ahead and announce two great items. What time do you want to do this one, Caroline?
We can, if they want to go ahead and do it now. I can do it now.
I got two. We got three great items. I'm going to go ahead and announce the first two. The first two is a three-man band, private band party donated by Daniel Parrish. If you hadn't heard them, you go to the great band there. And then the other item that we had on the schedule is a pizza party for the Super Bowl. That's going to be on February the 7th, 2021. And that's provided at the Square restaurant for up to about 20 people. So get you some pizza, watch the Super Bowl. And this just in, we've had a new item announced, and we're going to offer it in this time slate. The flight over the downtown Christmas lights went so well. Tim got on the phone, and he got him to donate another flight for 4 people. We're going to offer it again.
Here's the example. You can read it. This is going to be a different one.
We're going to offer it again. This is a plane ride for 4 around the courthouse. It's not on your screen, but we're going to offer that again as well. So if you just missed out, make sure that you now is your chance on the second trip. Again, it went for $850 the first go around. So go ahead and get on there, place your bids. The 3 items, again, to recap, the 3 items are a Daniel Parrish live music session, a Super Bowl party at the Square, and a flight of downtown Moultrie for the Christmas lights. So now that I've introduced the items, we're going to be bidding on up until the 2:30. I'm going to introduce my 2 guests. I got Mr. Dan here beside me, and I got Quentin here beside me. We're going to learn a little bit about what they do and what they've got going on in Colquitt County. And I'll go to Dan first.
Where do you want me to start?
Where would you like me to start?
Where would you like to?
You come up with the tough questions right at the first time.
We just had Tim on, Dan, and we'd like to kind of transition. Tim discussed his role at Ameris and what Ameris has been doing, but we hear you're involved with Ameris too. Walk us through that, Dan.
I am. About 20 years ago, I was asked by Mr. Gene Vereen if I would be willing to serve on the board of Ameris Bank, and so for the last 21 years, I've been on the board of Ameris, and about 10 years ago or so, I went on the Ameris Moultrie board also. So it's been fun to watch that bank grow from about $700 million in assets to $17 billion in assets. Quite a transition through the years.
And seeing it go from just a local community bank to pretty much a regional bank, and just trying to juggle that difference as it's grown, kind of from our community into other communities as well.
That's exactly right. Those folks that put up a total of $1 million to start the bank, I think they would have seen that $1 million turn into about $400 million right now on the market capitalization. So it's been a good tale, good story of local business growing and becoming a success, I think.
And when Tim was on a few minutes ago, he talked about y'all's involvement with advocating for education, and he mentioned you were a big part of that. You want to just kind of touch on kind of what your thoughts on that as far as the education kind of growth in here at Colquitt County?
Absolutely nothing more important than kids getting the right start on their education system, and to be able to, I think, to repeat probably some of what Tim said, he expressed it much better than I, but in that K through 3-year-old, third grade rather, bracket for the kids, they're learning to read, and to read at grade level is awfully important to the rest of the success that they'll have in their education. But then beyond that also, just a critical point. I don't know if he mentioned Mr. Robert Duggan, who had picked up on the education thing and what's happening in Bibb County and the success that they had up there. But I think that that's kind of the spin
Yeah,
off
we
of
talked
what we're
about,
trying
he
to do
talked
here.
about the kind of the growth in Bibb County, how they went from like 30% up to almost 59%, and how much of an impact that's had on their literacy rate. Because ultimately, that third grade is basically where you build the foundation for all your upper years. I mean,
That's exactly
you got to
right.
have that foundation of.
This was the addition. They had added something.
Carolyn has just advised me. I've seen a few bids on the helmet. We have actually added a Falcons helmet as well. But getting back to Mr. Dan here, talking about the education, Colquitt County, and how important that is and his involvement in it. Anything else on that front, Dan?
Just a real key, and I didn't realize until this came up what a critical time that third grade level actually was. Apparently, that's when lots of things happen developmentally for the children, and so if you can get them up so that they can then do it. I think the slogan was something about you learn to read so that you can then read to learn. Tim's shaking his head at me, so I guess he's a good teacher for me. So I picked up on that slogan.
That's right.
But it is vitally important for the rest of their education time to be at level so they can continue on with the success.
Right. And it's important that as we're doing this event for United Way, we're bringing on other organizations, Ameris, and it's amazing to me how everybody is such involved. We have a great community here in Colquitt County, and everybody is really advocating for it to be the best community that it can be, and getting involved with this Board of Education and pushing those education agendas is an important thing.
That's correct. I'll change directions with you just a little bit, because when I came back to Moultrie in 1979, fairly soon afterwards, I was asked to serve on the United Way board, then got to do the campaign with Julia McLaughlin. And I think one of the things that I love about United Way is it gives so many people an opportunity to invest themselves and their money into the community. When you do the payroll deduction at the different plants, different industries and whatnot around town, it gives, I don't know how many individual contributors United Way has to its annual campaign, but it's got to be in the 4,000 or 5,000 range in terms of individual contributors. Right. And you get that many people invested in your community and caring about your community because they're putting their dollars and letting that track their care. It's just a wonderful approach to fundraising. It's a wonderful approach to supporting your community.
Right. And they touched on this a couple of times on Monday and Tuesdays, but pretty much every community has a United Way, but there's very few communities that have a United Way as good as involved as our United Way, and as far as giving back to the community.
We get a chance to ride around South Georgia a good bit in our business, and you'll see the same little thermometers up and things like that. And you know about the size of the community, so you start to do the math. And nobody comes close to equaling the United Way of Colquitt County in terms of its giving per capita.
That's right. I'm going to swap over to Quentin Bates. I see where Standard Discount Corporation's kind of sponsored this kind of hour. You want to tell us a little bit about Standard Discount Corporation and what y'all's involvement is?
Absolutely. Dan is, along with Jimmy, the owners of Standard Discount. And I moved here in 2011 to come work for them. I was living in Washington, D.C. at the time and kind of new to South Georgia. But one of the first things I realized was just how giving this community is. And I was asked to serve on the board of United Way and got to see firsthand just how vast the giving is and how many people are affected. It's one of those organizations that you can put however much money into, and it just grows exponentially because of the amount of organizations that are involved.
Yep. And I'm going to take just a few minutes now that we've heard from Quentin, we've heard from Dan, just to kind of recap what items we're looking at. If y'all got anything to say, feel free to chime in. For the 2:30, we are selling a Daniel Parrish. They provide a 3-man band, private band party. They'll come out, they'll play it for you. wind you down for the evening. We also have a Super Bowl party. Again, Super Bowl is going to be in February. The Square is going to host that party for you. You get the pizza, you get the snacks, and that's for 20 people. Wings, there you go. And then we also have a Falcon Super Bowl multi-snack helmet. So if you don't want the full package, you can still get your helmet, have your own party. The Falcons probably won't be there, but at least you can be there in spirit. And then we also, Tim was able to get Alan to agree to another set of flights, 4 flights. Kind of the configuration may vary, maybe 2 people in the air, maybe 1 person in the air for a downtown Moultrie over the lights. Again, we talked about how we've all been under lights, but very few of us have had the experience to go over the lights, and imagine what that might be like.
Oh, absolutely. I think we've all seen pictures of the square, and the lights over the courthouse. Just pictures of it, but to see it in person would be a really, really special experience for anybody or kids or grandkids. So that's a big treat.
We're having a good time up here bidding on items as we speak.
That's right.
Trying to do some hand signalings around and things like that.
I mean, just all of them here, the Square, Publix, it's so supportive of the community as well. And then Daniel Parish, that would be a heck of a party, I guess, icing on the cake.
Right.
And not that I want to discourage bidders, but those that took the flight, if he does a little tip, you better not be airsick or whatever. So
that's when you get your camera out and you get the really good shots.
Y'all stay away from that one. I want to bid on that one. That sounds like fun.
And as we talk about these items, a couple of reminders is we are just over kind of halfway through the day. So we still got, after this hour, we still got a couple more slates with a lot of great items all the way till 4:30. So make sure you tune in. Every 30 minutes, we're going to have a new set of items. The bigger items are going to be on the hour. Then we'll have 5-6 items on the half hours, but lots of great items are available. We've had the opportunity for a lot of folks in our community to really step up, support United Way with their donations in order to make this event happen. So without the sponsors, without the donations, without Southern Regional Technical College opening their doors for us, without all the staff and support, we wouldn't be able to make this event possible.
I have to.
Dan, I hate to tell you, but it looks like Doug Schwalz is giving you a run for the money.
Good. We'll have a bidding contest. Yeah, that'll be fun.
And I see Doug's name on there. I want to put a quick plug in for Doug. Doug is kind of overseeing the Packer Touchdown Banquet. And their big event is tomorrow night. I think they're still selling tickets to it. So if you're not able to kind of find something you like on this round of auctions during the daytime, feel free to come out tomorrow night. I know they're going to have a bunch of hunting packages available. They're going to have some signed Packer memorabilia available. So they're going to have a lot of great items, both silent auction and live auction tomorrow night as another way we can support our community in the Packer Touchdown Club banquet.
And I'm sure that Doug or Stedman, Taylor, have extra tickets to that. If anyone's, looking to go, it's a great event. And, the banquet does a lot for those players. We don't realize how much money it costs to keep a program like that going, but good job to them.
And it almost is like we kind of take these things for granted. We kind of take the time we can get together for granted. I mean, as you all know, COVID, I think that a lot of the banquets have been canceled. This is kind of the first big banquet that they've been able to do as things kind of slow down. So it's a chance for you to get out to support because they missed their spring banquet. Spring golf tournament, they missed it. So they're kind of doing a new thing this year where they're going to offer the golf tournament tomorrow during the daytime, partnered with the event that night. So that's your chance. But again, things like COVID, that's just a reminder of when our community can come together and really do some great things.
Absolutely.
I've got I hope Doug is listening to this, but many years ago when I helped to do the Kiwanis radio auction, my wife called in as we were fixing to do a commercial, and she said, "Wait just a minute. Darling Dan will be right back." So, Doug, Darling Dan is back. $800.
All right. He's announcing his bid before you see it to let everybody know that he's placing a bid. Let's get a quick update on some bids. where are we at, team, on the Daniel Parrish band? We got Josh Lovett is you said 350? 250.
250.
Josh Lovett, 250. Again, that's a heck of a deal. These guys, they play a lot of music. They're booked up. So if you call in a band to get a 3-man band for that amount of time, 250 is a heck of a deal. Also, we got the Square Super Bowl party. You want to give me an update on where we are on the Square Super Bowl party? 260. Ryan Deers, 260 Ryan Deers.
Ryan.
20 people. If you haven't been to the Square since they swapped over to pizza, excellent pizza there. And then we've got the Falcon Super Bowl multi-snack helmet. There it is. You put your snacks there on top. $55 on that. And then we also have the second round of the Moultrie Christmas Lights flights. I think Mr. Dan said he's in at 800. And so anybody who doesn't see that on the Facebook Live feed, just know that we are in, Mr. Dan's in at 800 on the flight. So, Jamie, you are out on the flight. So just letting everybody know that bid has come in. You may not see it.
Had to do it that way because I don't do technology.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Again, there's multiple ways to bid. We're on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube Live. We're on the radio. If you listen to the radio, you can feel free to call in and bid 229-985-2627 or 229-454-5428 or 454-0218. We're in the last 10 minutes of this 30-minute slate. If you've been watching today, you've been watching this week, just know there's a slight latency issue with Facebook Live, so don't wait till you hear us say it's sold because it may be too late at that point. We want everybody to have a chance to bid, and the best way to do that, we're going to say it one more time, we said it 100 times, is to bid early and bid often.
And I did want to, we talked about COVID and, charities and living with COVID. I did want to give Caroline a big shout out. Last year we did United Way did Taste the Town, which was the first year that we did it, and it was a huge success. All the restaurants got to cook. Everybody got to walk around, sample food. I saw a couple of people go back for second and third plates, but it was a fantastic event. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it this year, so here we are doing an auction, and I think it is wildly successful, just based on what I've heard so far.
It's like Doug's come back on the flight, Dan.
8:25. I'll give Dan a second.
So we'll let you think about it. But again, don't wait till the last minute. You got an advantage, Dan, of being right here beside us.
That's right.
So don't think that you can come in and say 8:50 closed. We're going to give everybody a chance to come back.
But just to finish, props to Caroline and the rest of the board for continuing to innovate and come up with new ways to make this a fun fundraising event.
Well, and the other fun thing about it is we're up here, we're having a good time. We're getting to come in and come out, talking to a lot of folks in our community. But it's fun seeing the engagement on the social media feed. I don't know if y'all been watching, but the back and forth, the bidding, the name, people calling people out, that's half the fun of it up here. So we appreciate everybody for getting involved. We would love for everybody to be in this room with us so that we can shake your hand and just interact with you personally. But we're doing this the best way we can. So if anybody comments, we're going to try to recognize those comments because that's what makes this event so much fun.
See, we're doing this like they do it on the auto auctions on TV. We're calling in or checking with our cell phones to our other sources here too, so we have an opportunity to make sure we're bidding properly.
That's right. So we're going to recap. We're down to 8 minutes. We're going to recap kind of where we are on the bidding. The Daniel Parrish 3-man band, private band party. Where are we at on that, Caroline? 250. Josh Lovett still. We hadn't seen a bid come in, but sometimes we miss them up here. What? Josh Lovett says he's already got his birthday. That's his birthday. He's already got it planned out. So if you want to bid, just know Josh is probably going to come back because it sounds to me like he really wants it. We've also got the Super Bowl party. Again, that's going to be in February at the Square for up to 20 people. We've got the Falcon Super Bowl multi-snack helmet. Where are we at on the helmet? 55 on the helmet. Where are we at on the Super Bowl party? 260 still Ryan Deers. And then we got the second flight that has been donated to the second go around here. And last I looked, it was at $850.
$850 by Lord Blaylock Dell.
All right. We have not.
Yeah, he's
calling you out, Dan.
Okay.
Yeah. He's even using your radio name. So we're on the radio here. It's only fitting that that darling Dan comes on back. All right. Quentin, you're on the board of United Way. Tell me a couple things that United Way may have coming up that the community may not know about. What y'all got in the works?
Well, we're going to have obviously our campaigns ongoing, and we are working hard at that. This was a big event. A lot of planning went into this, and continuing to just serve the community any chance we get. So.
Right. And talking about United Way, what are some of the big things y'all have looking forward to as far as putting some of this money back into the community? Y'all have any kind of set things that y'all are actually working towards specifically?
Well, every year, and I don't know if any of the other guests have gone over this, but we get the unique opportunity to meet with all the different organizations, and they lay out a kind of an action plan for different committees. And they do a formal request, and we do our best to help with every organization that applies. But we have such an awesome community that gives so much that we're really able to help a lot of people. And that's just why, if you give $1 to United Way, you don't realize all the different people it's actually touching. So it's a great organization to serve for and also to donate to.
Looks like we had a couple of new bids on the Super Bowl party. A lot of comments about the college football party. They sold a college football championship party. What, Monday, Tuesday? To the same person, but with a lot of comments going on, which is better. Obviously, everybody thinks the college football party is better according to the bids right now. But right now, we got a new bid of $410 on the Super Bowl party. So again, NFL, college football. I don't think it matters. Football is football, so we can come in, have a good time. Good environment there at the square. Great food, great fellowship, great environment. I got a question from Doug Schwalls. Looks like he wants to know who bought the NCAA party. Y'all said Ryan bought it. Ken bought it. Looking at the comments,
yeah,
it looks like Ken
Turnipseed did.
Turnipseed bought it, and so a lot of back and forth between Ken and Ryan. I'm kind of anxious to see who's going to come out on top of this one.
I imagine that Ken has in mind that the Tide will be playing in that game, but I could be wrong.
Of course, Georgia could upset them, couldn't they?
Well,
won't Georgia play Alabama in the SEC championship?
They could,
and then we'll be playing Clemson for the national championship.
You heard it here first. You heard Dan's predictions here first, guys. So everybody on the internet world, on the radio, Dan is claiming a Clemson UGA college football championship. But we are selling again. We're in the 3 minutes left. We got a 3-man band. Daniel Parrish has a band party package. What's the band party package up at right now? Is it still at $250 still? We've got the Super Bowl parties getting a little bit of interest. It's currently at $410. We've got the Falcon Super Bowl helmet still at $55. Is that correct? Still at $55 on the Falcons helmet? 55 still. And then we've got the Moultrie Christmas lights. Last I looked, they were at $850. Again, we're in the 2-minute warning. Doug Schwalls just bid $450.
Yeah, he wants to switch with Ken by buying this for $450. I think Ken bought it for $410 yesterday. So I'll let Caroline sort all that out.
So this is a bid from Doug contingent upon Ken swapping. Is that what? All right. So can the folks at United Way keep up with this transaction? That's what that's what we really want to know.
And then we have a comment from Ken just in, better chance of the Falcons in the Super Bowl than the Dogs in the national championship.
That's a shot. That is a blow to whoever's listening and all the UGA fans on the live stream.
Well, tell Ken that we'll if Georgia plays, if Alabama plays in the national championship, I'll make $100 contribution to United Way. If Georgia plays in the national championship, we expect him to make $100 contribution.
All right, Ken, you've heard it laid out. Mr. Dan here has basically put up a wager that if Alabama makes it to the national championship game, again, we're talking about the Super Bowl here, but we're going to
Super Bowl.
Well, no, we're shifting gears to the national championship game. And if Alabama makes it, Mr. Dan has offered to donate $100 to United Way, and he would ask that if Georgia makes it, you would donate $100 to United Way, and we'll put that on the table. All right. We got to clean these comments up just a little bit. I appreciate all the interaction. Ken, Ryan, Doug.
All right. Ken has accepted that.
So if Ryan or Doug would like to clarify the comments, I got the fine folks here at United Way basically needing a little more clarification on what exactly we all are agreeing to. Because right now, all we're offering is a Super Bowl party.
Right.
We're not offering all these deals and swaps.
No.
So what we want to know is how much are you willing to pay for the Super Bowl party? We sold the national championship game yesterday. It's done. Y'all can work that out behind the scenes. What we want to know is how much are you willing to pay for the Super Bowl party? Last bid I saw that was just the Super Bowl was $410 by Ken. So if Doug, if your $450 stands, we need to know in the comment. We're getting down to the 2:30 hour. We're about to close these items. Let's go ahead and get these final comments in. So right now we got $410 on the Super Bowl, as far as I know. Is that what y'all see? We got $410 on the Super Bowl, but we got a contingent bid by Doug. So we just need to know from Doug if that bid is a good bid or not.
And then Ryan.
Well, Ryan came back to 5. So we need to know from Ryan and Doug, are we bidding on the Super Bowl? Can we write it down? Can we sell it? We're going to go ahead and close these few out. If you're listening on Facebook World, reminder that there is a slight lag, so let us know. I got a new bid from Doug. Thank you, Doug. We're going to close the Super Bowl one last. We're going to let y'all sort it out. On the Super Bowl Falcons helmet, we're going to go ahead and close that item. It was $55, and it goes to Desiree Brown. Thank you, Desiree. $55 on the helmet. Woo! And then we've got the Daniel Parrish band package. Is it still $250 to Josh Lovett? I haven't seen a bid come in on that, so we're going to close that out.
Good job.
And
Josh.
then we've got a on the flight over downtown lights. It's still at $850. And Laura Dale, we're going to close that one out as well. Thank you, Laura. And then last but not least, we're going to kind of drum roll it. And last I see, where are we United Way? We're at $450 for Doug.
$450 for Doug.
$450 for Doug. Ryan, I guess you didn't come back. So we're going to sell the Super Bowl party to Doug for $450.
There we go.
And it is closed. So again, the lag. Come back, Ryan. You have to take it up with Doug. Take it up with United Way. Don't take it up with me because I can't control technology. All right. Well, we want to thank Dan and Quentin. Y'all are welcome to kind of hang out and as we do the next round. Caroline's kind of in charge, and right now she's looking around, not knowing what we're doing. But we're going to go ahead and open up the next round of bidding, the next slate of bidding. And y'all feel free to talk on any of these guests, any of these great donors, what they've done in the community. We've got a ornate multi-opening picture frame that I'm sure they'll be showing off here shortly, donated by Sid's Antiques and Gifts. We've got a mini photography session donated by Haley Cox Photography. This is normally valued at $75. We've got a $30 gift certificate to Sugar and Spice Bakery. And then we've got a two-tiered serving piece snowman tray donated by the Heritage Church Storehouse. It's here in the room, so it'll be shown as well here shortly. So if you're looking for a two serving tray for the holidays, Now's your chance. And then we have a conventional oil change from Robert Hudson. And I think, is this multiple oil changes, Caroline? Times three. So conventional oil change times 3. And then we also have a small group from the Heritage Church that have made a table out of reclaimed wood and have donated a table. So we have a table donated by the fine folks at Heritage Church. They built the relationships while they built the table. So you're buying kind of both. We also have, and that's all the items for the 3 o'clock slate. So a lot of items on the slate. As you can see, we've got a table.
Some good items.
We've got 3 oil changes, not 1, not 2, but 3 conventional oil changes here at Robert Hudson. We've got a serving tray. We've got a $30 gift certificate to Sugar and Spice Bakery. And then we've got the photography session and the ornate multi-opening picture frame. So a lot of good items, a lot of good things to be bidding on. So get your keyboards out. Go ahead and start plugging in those numbers. The fine folks here at United Way are taking bids. You can bid in the comments, or you can call in if you're listening on the radio, 229-985-2627 or 229-454-5428 or 454-0218. Any items jump out to you, Dan? Any items jump out to you, Quentin?
Well, I did want to give a shout out for the Sugar and Spice Bakery gift certificate. That's from Globe Finance here in town. That's one of our 3 offices, and they wanted to do something nice and pitch in, and so they wanted to do that.
Very good.
Yeah,
good for them.
And if you were going to take your $30 gift certificate, what item would be at the top of your list? Sugar and Spice Bakery.
I love a red velvet cake. I don't know if they do cheesecake or not, but also a big fan of that. But everything from there is very good.
All their items are good. I stop by there many an afternoon when I need that sugar pickup.
Dan will come back with a thing of cookies, trying to give them away. So, all these are great. Haley Cox Photography. I saw quite a few bids come in on that. Antiques, and then.
And we're for those of you who are bidding on the steaks,
$500 worth of your choice steak.
All right, because so my notes say we're going to save that for the next slate, or do you want to go ahead and do it for this slate? I know it's on the screen, but we're going to go ahead and do it. So I did not read off the steaks. I see a lot of bids coming in, but I'm going to go ahead and read that off for you. A little miscommunication on our part, but that's not a problem. We're going to close the steaks at 3 o'clock. So that's $500 worth of choice Angus ribeyes donated by National Beef. So I've seen the bids come in. I was wondering how y'all knew about it, but apparently y'all know something I don't know.
Great employer, great corporate citizen.
They do a lot for our community. That is a fact.
They really have. They always step forward whenever there's a need.
So again, we've got the picture frame. Are we showing those pictures?
She was supposed to share the screen, but she hasn't got to that.
It sounds to me like Caroline is dropping the ball here. I don't know exactly what she's doing.
That picture frame almost looks like one that you could do kind of to show the heritage of your family, the different kids and whatnot.
It's got the multi openings, so you can slide it in the back. You can slide in different photos. Yeah. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We're not professional.
8 photos.
I'm gonna keep my day job.
9 photo slides. So you stick them in there, show off your family, and it would be a good thing to pass on throughout the generations. Excellent piece.
Could be an heirloom right there.
Excellent piece.
All the kids in it.
Donated by the fine folks at Sid's Antiques on the square. Sid Collins and his folks. If you got some antiques you're looking to buy, I know they have a storefront full, and they're always looking to make somebody a good deal on some great quality pieces.
And we are already up to $410 on the steaks.
Wow. On an item that we didn't even know we were selling. Imagine that, Quentin, that the public, they read better than we do, apparently. We also have the Haley Cox Photography. I saw a few bids coming in, but the bids are coming in so fast we can't even keep up here. What's the bids up to on the photography session? Got $60 on photography session. Again, this is normally a $75 value.
That 60 is the Shayna Murphy.
We also have the oil changes. I saw the oil bids coming in the oil change. $35 looks like on the oil change. Reminder, you're not buying just one, you're buying 3 oil changes. So right now we're at basically you're buying one, getting 2 free at that price. Okay, Caroline.
Sorry, gracefully.
Carolina's coming in here, making sure that we're on top of it, making sure that everybody's got what we need. What else? Is the table from Heritage in here by chance? Can we show off that table from Heritage? We do have a size that it's a 38 inch by 38 inch by 37 inches tall. So it's a square table, 37 inches tall. Go great in your living space. Go great in the office. Again, this is you're not only buying the table, but you get the relationships that were formed by the fine folks at Heritage. This table is made with love.
Crafted with a lot of memories in that table, probably.
That's right. Very nice looking.
All right, let's see. We've got new bid on the steaks, $460 on the steaks, so $460. If I was calling bids, $460 now, $70 now. What do you $70? What do you $70? $460, $70. Again, I missed the live auction portion of it, but we're here. We're still having a good time.
You did a pretty good job on that.
We're still having a good time here. Basically, just calling bids as they come in. We've got looks like quite a few items still open. We're 10 minutes into the 30-minute block of time, so we got 20 minutes left. If you're listening on Facebook, we'll pretty much say it every 30 minutes. Do not wait till the last minute.
I was just thinking about the steaks. You could get the steaks and give them away almost as Christmas presents to your friends and whatever else. Be a lot better than buying them through Omaha Steaks or somebody like that.
I like the way Dan thinks. He's always thinking, even when he's thinking about buying, he's thinking about giving. And
that's right.
That's just the person Dan is. We talked about what he does for our community, what he's done through the education. But even when he's thinking about these great packages, he's not thinking about buying for himself. He's thinking about what can I do to serve others, and that's kind of what we're here for, United Way. And
he did mention National Beef as a wonderful employer for the community and for its members. And I did want to give a shout out to Darren, who is also a board member, who has worked tirelessly on this board as well.
Who headed the campaign last year or the year before?
Yep.
Last year.
Yes, sir.
Did a great job raising how much money?
Anybody know?
Caroline, how much money raised last year on the campaign?
Last year on campaign, well, we had.
Again, Caroline's talking. She doesn't have a mic on, so I'm on kind of
Testing.
What you got, Caroline?
We actually had a pledge of around $750.
Yeah, this isn't on the radio, but Caroline is talking. She's $750.
A pledge for $750 for the
$750.
2020 year, and we probably procured about 70%.
And she's saying that we've gotten about 70% of that,
even through a pandemic. So we still got another.
So we're working on it, going from there.
But now we're trying to do even more this year, right? And we're just trying to maintain. Come on, bring it, maintain.
Looks like we got a new bid on the oil change, $55. And somebody made a good point. Donnie Jarvis made a good point that these oil changes are valued at $49.95. So there's no expiration date. These are conventional oil changes. They'll take care of you at Robert Hudson Chrysler Service Department. And right now for $55, you're getting 3 oil changes for basically the price at one. And who wouldn't want to do that? Because every car needs an oil change.
That's right.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what car you drive, the oil needs to be changed. So it's not something that you will not use. So you're getting good value, as well as support United Way. $80 on the oil change. Thank you, Ashley. See you coming back. It looks like a new bid on the table. $125 on the table, made by Heritage Church. Again, this is a good homemade table. 38 by 38. 37 inches tall. Good item here. I'm looking at the table across the room. I don't know if we got the screen sharing. It looks like we do.
Looks like it could be a breakfast table, a little snack table. A lot of different choices.
It's got the serving platter already on it. So really, if you think about it, Dan, you could get the table and the serving platter, and you'd be all set for the holidays. I mean, stick it in kind of in your breakfast nook area. Stick some cookies on it, host you a party. We're also going to take a quick look at the frame. Yeah, and the frame's got slots it's a multi-family frame, got multi-openings. Pass it down through generations.
If we had a few extra folks in our family, we'd buy that right there. We could have them all put together in one picture frame.
Again, the fine folks at Sid's Antique has been gracious enough to donate this as an ornate multi-opening picture frame. Let's see, the bids coming in. I got 140 on the table. 150, Renee Truitt. Renee Truitt, is that a call in? Yes. New bid on the table, 150 from Renee Truitt. Called in on the table. So sorry, Laura, you are out. Sorry, Laura, you are out. I'm sure United Way going to let you know with a comment real quick. One thing we haven't talked about is we have not talked about the Sugar and Spice Bakery $30 gift certificate. Where are we at on the gift certificate, guys? We're at 25 on the $30 gift certificate. Again, go on down, get your choice. Heard they got red velvet cakes, all kinds of good sweets and goodies, and great opportunity to go by there and support that downtown bakeries. Wanda, Carl, Hannah, Weisenbaker, and the bunch. And this was donated by Global Financial. What are we? We're at 15 minutes, halfway through.
Sugar and Spice.
Mr. Dan said, go ahead and put him down. Put him down. New bid. 155 on the table. Looks like Laura heard us and has placed a new bid. Thank you, Laura. So phone bidder, if you're listening on the radio, you are out. I believe that was Robin. Robin, you are out. If you're listening to us on the radio, feel free to call back in, place that bid again. Those numbers for anybody listening to us on the radio, whether you're in your car, whether you're in your office, whether you're walking around the square, 229-985-2627, 454-5428, or 454-0218.
And we have a new bid on the table, 160 from Miss Renee Truitt.
Renee has come back. Sorry, Renee, I called you Robin. I knew it started with the R, but Renee has come back on the table. Laura, you are out. So 160 on the table. So again, we've got the table, got the picture frame. We've got the photography session. We hadn't talked about the photography session. Haley Cox Photography. This is a mini session, normally valued at $75. What's it at now? $100. It's well over that $75, all the way to $100. That's what we like to see. We like the folks to give to our community. I'm sure Haley could work in, whether you're looking for newlywed photos, family photos, you name it. There's always occasion. Unfortunately, Dan, we live in a world where we carry our phone around, we take pictures, but we never do anything with them. They're all so hiring somebody, getting around, and having those hard photos makes a big difference in the family.
And when you get to be my age, you have a lot of things to look back on those photographs and all. So it's good memories that you can create with that. You can do it yourself.
Looks like we got 3 new highs. We've got 50 on the gift certificate from Sugar and Spice by Dan Jeter. Couldn't resist the cookies. 85 on the oil change from Shayna Murphy. And then Laura Blaylock-Dell came back with 170.
And on the oil change, that's still about half value. So 85 on the oil change, you're getting a good value there. Again, that's 3 oil changes. I want to make sure that everybody knows that that's times 3. Not just times 1. Conventional oil change here, done here in town by the fine folks at Robert Hudson.
Fun to see some competition on the table too. Oh, give and take there.
And Laura has come back on the table. So if you're listening, Renee, he just came back 175. So 170 now, 75, 75 now, 80, $80 where would he get $80? 75 now, 80, 175 now, 80, $80 now. What do you get? 180. Come on, Laura, $180. I haven't been able to call bids all day. I couldn't resist. So 175, looking for 180.
Where are we on the photography? 100.
100 on the photography. Again, that's a great thing that you're going to want to do. So you'll have those photos to look back on, whether it's newlywed photos, family photos, you name it.
I've been wanting to tell a story all day long.
Okay, go ahead, Dan. We got some time. Looks like we're 13 minutes from the 3 o'clock hour, so you got plenty of time.
When I was about 12 years old, some group in town had an auction, and they did it at nighttime. And my mother and daddy had gone to the Elks Club to have dinner that night and left me at home. Well, I knew how to dial the telephone. I dialed in and bought a Sergeant Major Professor Camellia bush from Wilkes Nursery. Now, how many folks remember Wilkes Nursery? Not that many. We bought it. I charged it, whatever. I didn't have the money for it. I guess they paid for it. But we got the bush. We planted it at our house, and it stayed there for 40 years or so.
Wow.
So whatever you're doing, you doing memories, whether it be the pounds that you put on at Sugar and Spice Nursery or the steaks from National Beef. You can create some memories.
Yeah, I don't think we've talked about National Beef here. It's been kind of quiet here for a few minutes. What's the steaks up to? Got a update on the steaks. There's $4.60 again. That's still below value. And like Dan said, you get $500 worth of steaks. But guess what? Christmas is coming up. These will make great gifts for your employees. Great gifts for whoever it may be. And then you're not going out supporting the national franchise like Omaha Steaks. You're supporting United Way and you're supporting your community.
I bet that's only about $3 a pound on those steaks. So they're going cheap right now.
And that is choice Angus ribeyes here at National Beef, and they are you'll have to pick them up within 30 days of today. So keep that in mind as you're bidding on these.
Who knows? Maybe you could swap out the turkey for the steaks.
Or they may even let you do if ribeyes aren't your thing, they may let you get another cut. I'm sure the folks at National Beef would work with you on that.
And we just got a new bid on the steaks while we were talking about $4.70 from Wesley Rogers.
Thank you, Wesley. It looks like a new bid on the Sugar and Spice. So we're at $55. It's like you're out, Dan.
And just for Wesley, eat more chicken.
Wesley and the fine folks at Chick-fil-A, they do a lot for our community. We appreciate them. Looks like we have a bid of $4.80 on the steaks. $4.90
coming in hot.
So again,
still cheap. You up to $3 and a quarter.
If we were at an auction, we would be calling bids $4.90 now, $95. So 500. As they come in, they are steadily rolling. Again, we're at the 10-minute mark. We've said it before. We're trying to say it on every half-hour block. There is a slight lag. If you're listening to us on Facebook Live, keep in mind that the latency issue. So once you hear us say it, once you hear us close an item out, it may be too late. So we want you to get your bids in early and get them in often, and make sure we get every bid we can, because every dollar matters when we're raising money for United Way. So go ahead and place those bids. Bidding on the picture frame, got the photo sessions, we've got the gift certificate, we've got the serving tray, we've got the table made by the folks at Heritage.
Table's up to $175.
And then we've got the steaks, and then the oil changes. Again, that's 3 oil changes. A lot of great items here in this 30-minute block. Looking ahead kind of to the next block while we got a few minutes. We've got a painting by Greg Bird. We'll talk about that here in the next 30 minutes. Got a great painting coming up. Got a cookie cake coming up in the next half hour. Got Pinefield Plantation shooting clay package. And a lot of other great items here. We got a whole another hour and a half of great items here. So if you don't see anything you like in the next 10 minutes, make sure you stay tuned, because every 30 minutes we're rolling out new items and bringing on new guests to here to talk about some things that are going on in Colquitt County and United Way.
Folks that have donated these auction items are to be thanked also for making this first United Way auction a success, and maybe a continuing tradition for Colquitt County now. It's a great way in which to raise money and for a good cause. So give these folks credit that step forward right from the start to make this a success.
Yeah, I mean, when they first introduced the idea of having a radio auction for 5 solid days during the business hours, I was a little skeptical. But then once you see the items roll in, you need 5 full days to offer all the great items that we've have coming up. I mean, and it's items for everybody. So that's the great things of our community. Everybody's really pitched in, and they've come through, and they've given us the opportunity to spread it out and to really give a chance for a lot more people to participate. And the involvement we've seen has been tremendous.
Yeah, a lot of people have things to give and try, and it's great to see the community coming together. It's what makes it special.
And that's what makes Colquitt County special. We always seem to rise to the occasion.
That's right.
And certainly COVID has made it more difficult for the United Way in their efforts. But to see the community respond as it has, be congratulated.
Looks like we've got a new bid on the steaks, $560 from Laura. Jeff Horn, you are outbid, $550, now $60. Looking for $570 on the steaks. Let's get a quick recap on some of the other items that we haven't. They may kind of be further up in the comment section. On the picture frame by Sid's Antiques. Where are we at on the picture frame, guys?
On the picture frame, we're at $20.
We're at $20. That's well under value there. So if we can get again, this is a great piece, ornate picture frame. I think Sid has it valued at closer to 40. So if you're looking for something to put up, hang some family members there, pass it down. This is a great item. Got the Haley Cock photography package. Last I heard it was at 100. Any change there, guys? Still at $100 on the photography session. Got the Heritage Church 2-tier serving piece set. You've seen it. We walked it around. You've seen that there. Perfect for the holidays. Where are we at on that? On the serving tray? $30 on the serving tray. There we go. The donated by Heritage, the Heritage Church Storehouse. And then the Sugar and Spice Bakery. Last I looked, we were at $55.
55.
We're still at 55. Still at 55 there. On the table, we're still at 175. Had a couple call-in bids. Renee and Laura were going back and forth, and Renee's high bidder at 175 on the table. Again, homemade table made by a small group there at Heritage Church. It's a 38 inches by 38 square table and 37 inches tall. And then we have the 3 oil changes. Robert Hudson, again, not 1, not 2, but 3, $85, still at about half value there. So good buy on the oil changes. Again, everybody needs them. You get 3 oil changes there. 1 oil change here is listed at $49.95, so $85. You're getting a good value there on the oil change. And the final item here we're going to discuss is the National Beef, $500 worth of ribeyes. Last I looked, it was at $560. So that's a quick recap. We're down to about the 5-minute warning. Again, we're going to try to close this at 3 o'clock. We've been opening it just a few seconds because the last couple of days we had a folks say that with the internet lag, they needed a few more times. But we're encouraging people to bid early, bid often, get those bids in, and really get the bids going so that we can close those out on time. So that way we can stay on schedule while we offer these great items and have these great speakers coming on. New bid on the oil change. Looks like we got double bid.
We'll give it to Philip.
We're going to have to give it to Philip. He came in first. Wesley, if you want to bid on the oil changes, you are out. We're taking Philip's bid of $100. So Wesley, I'm going to need 105, 110, but $100 to Philip. Thank you, Philip, for bidding. Thank you, Philip.
I see that John Peters is now watching the video. I think he's looking to get some steaks. John.
And John, again,
the secret is just go ahead and really raise the bid.
Go ahead and put your bid in.
Don't just go up by $5 or $10 or $15. Go ahead and go up $50 or so on something like that.
Yeah, we've had good participation today. One thing we would request is that you like and share the post. The more we can get this out, the more people can be exposed to it, the more money we can raise for United Way. Thank you, Philip, on the $125. Wesley, again, he came right back. Wesley came 110. Philip came back at 125 on the oil change. Thank you, Philip. But getting back to the bidding, again, we're in the kind of 4 minutes as we're winding down. Mr. Dan said it great. You don't have to just bid the next increment.
That's right.
That's the good thing about Facebook bidding. You don't have an auctioneer up here begging for bids.
Go on.
Feel free to bid whatever you want.
Go on and chase the other folks off. Just go up big.
That's right.
That's right. That's one way to do it is if you see an item at $100 and go ahead and put it on $200-$300. Right. We don't care. We'll take the bids any way they come.
We've got Kelly Watley watching now, but she would like to buy some steaks for her daddy.
He needs them.
Yeah, I know it.
Will she cook them for him? That's the question.
That's right.
Again, these are quality choice Angus ribeye steaks, so they don't get any better than this. You get a great cut of meat. Again, it's supporting United Way, National Beef, and all that we're doing here in our community. Let's look at it's a couple other items. I mean, we got anything that hadn't had a bid on in a while? I mean, I don't think Sugar and Spice, the cake. I mean, Sugar and Spice is still at 55.
55.
It's been kind of quiet. Dan was in at 50.
Tax deductible, right?
Now we're at 55. That's right. All your donations, you're getting a tax contribution. So not only are you getting the item, but you're getting the tax contribution as well. Kind of with the whole economic situation, those tax incentives are going to be very important as they continue to change in today's economic world.
Be sure to ask your tax professional about that too.
That's right. We're not up here claiming to be tax experts, but we are telling you that you're getting a good deal and that you're getting a tax break because we want you to bid. Looks like we got a new bid on the snowman Christmas tray. Looks back to back. It's funny how that works. And if people like to bid and they see somebody else bid and they just can't stand it, they got to come right back. So thank you, Tommy Beth, 35 on the Christmas tray. Alexis came right back with 40. Thank you for your bids. Again, just because you don't see it at the comments doesn't mean that folks aren't bidding on it, because we're offering quite a few items right now. And there's only a few comments you can see, but there are quite a few items. So don't miss out. A lot of great value still to be had.
And these bidders need to understand this is not a dynamic close that keeps on moving.
This is not
when you knock it down once, it's over and done.
I think Dan's maybe referring to some of the auctions he's been on with us at Weeks Auction Group. I know Dan's been a good bidder for us. I think last time he bid on it, we sold a Native American artifact collection, and we kind of got him hooked. And that dynamic extension kind of just drives you nuts, because anytime a bid on our platform, it extends it. Because as an auctioneer, as long as there's money on the table, as long as people are bidding, I like to leave it open. So I don't like these hard closes. But for the functionality of this event, at 3:00 in 1 minute, we're going to close it out. We're going to announce the bidders, and we're going to move on to the next great slate of items. So again, if you want to bid, this is the 1 minute warning. It looks like I got a new bid on the snowman, new bid on the frame. So they're coming in. It's funny how that works.
There we go.
Doesn't matter how many times we have to tell them not to. Folks still going to wait till the last minute. It's human nature.
I like your statement of bid early, bid often.
We got Tommy Beth now, 45 for the snowman.
45 on the snowman, 40 on the frame. They've just come in. 50 on the snowman. Thank you for the bids. Thank you for the bid. Again, 1 minute warning. At 3:00, we're going to announce the winners. So now is your warning. I'm going to announce it kind of in order of least active to make sure that we give everybody a chance to come back. But any active item, we're going to leave open. But we are getting ready to announce the bidding. It is 3:00, and those items will be sold here shortly. I got Desiree's asking for a close-up of the snowman tray. Caroline, can you make that happen for us by chance?
Close up of the snowman. It's up to $60. And Desiree is asking if we could see that great tray. We've got 65 on the snowman.
Can turn it, see like his pilgrims? Is he on this one too?
Right now it is Alexis Gibson, and Desiree Brown is deciding whether or not she's going to bid again. It's 3:00. We're going to go ahead and close some items out. Facebook world, if you're listening.
What you can't see is that's kind of red and white stripes.
If you're listening, Facebook world, we are going to close the items. I'm going to probably do the snowman last. I'm probably going to wait on the frame because those are getting active bids. We're going to go ahead and close some of these items out. If you got another bid, now's the time to place it. Don't worry about what other people are bidding. Worry about what you're willing to pay, because I see them coming in. Everybody's waiting for somebody else to bid first. Go ahead and put your best and final offer in, and let's get it done. So we're going to go ahead and close out the Haley Cox Photography. Hadn't seen a bid on it in a while. We'll close it out. $100, Lee Wallace. Thank you, Lee. We've got the, let's see, what hasn't had a bid? Sugar and Spice Bakery, $30 gift certificate. 55 to Ann Hires. Thank you, Ann. Got a question on the table. Looks like they want to place a final bid on the table. Where's the table at? Table's at 175. I'm going to leave it open for just a few seconds. It's at 175. National Beef. We're going to go ahead and close it out. What's the final on the 560 Lardale on the National Beef? Thank you, Laura. Appreciate the bidding. We've got, I haven't seen a bid on the oil change. We're going to go ahead and close the oil change out. It's
125, Philip Bull.
125 to Philip Bull. Bill. Philip Bill on the oil change.
Who was a contributor earlier.
New bid on the table. Everybody wants to see a pick of the table, Caroline. We're going to leave it open for a few minutes. They're still bidding on it. I think the frame looks like it's died down a little bit. We're going to close the frame out.
50 for Jenny Brooks.
$50 on the frame to Jenny Brooks. Thank you, Jenny. And then we've got the last two items. We've got the two heritage items. We got the table and we've got the platter. What's the platter? We're going to go ahead and close it.
The 2-tiered snowman serving tray?
Yes.
92.
92. Thank you, Alexis, on the platter. And we are going to say, are we all in on the table? I got 185 for Renee. Got 190 Renee. So Laura, you are out. I'm gonna give Laura just a few seconds. 190 now to $200 now. What do you get to? What do you get to? What do you get to? 190 now to 190. Renee's in. Laura, you're out. $200. $200 now. What do you get to? 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 $100 now. 190 now too. Are we all in? Are we all done? 200 now. 10. Back to Renee. $210 now. What do you get 10? What do you get 10? Renee, you're out. 200 on the table. 200 to what? 205. Thank you, Renee. 205 now. 10. Back to you, Laura. 210 now. What do you get 10? What do you get 10? What do you get 10? 205 now. 10. $210. $210 now. What do you get? Renee's in. $205. Laura, you are out. 205 now. 10. 210, $210. 210 now. 15. 215 now. What do you get? 15. What do you get? 15. What do you get? 15. She says she is all through, all done. I have sold it to Laura for $210. Thank you, Laura. All right, that's the 3 o'clock hour. I think we got a couple more guests coming up. So I want to thank you, Dan. Thank you, Quentin, for coming in, just sharing what we got going on in Colquitt County and kind of hanging out with us here for the last hour, half hour or so. We appreciate y'all and all y'all do.
It was great to be here. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all. While they get set up, I got Brian coming up. And I've got a couple more guests. I'm not sure who's on the schedule, but I know that we've got a couple more rolling in. I'm going to go ahead and announce the next few items as everybody gets set up. The next few items as we get rolling. Got 3 great items here from the 3 to 3:30 half hour. I've got
and I'm adding some.
We're going to add some. So I've got a cookie cake donated by Megan Southwell.
Oh, another day of cookie cake.
Got a cookie cake, and this is you get a gift certificate for your choice of cookie cake. I also have a painting by Greg Beard.
That's Greg
Bird. Sorry, can't read.
That's a good one.
This original art is mixed media abstract, heart layered with Coach invites, and is called City Heart.
And I obviously need to talk a little more about that, and I'll talk more as he gets through the rest of them.
And I'm going to go ahead and announce the other one, and then we'll talk to Greg here. And I've also got a Pine Fields Plantation Clay Shoot and Cocktails.
Oh, yeah.
Donated by Chaz Cannon. How many folks is this for? Does it say?
I think it's
gather 4 to 8 of your family members and shoot some skeet and have some cocktails. We also have
after the shoot, not before the shoot.
Yep, that's right. We also have a Chick-fil-A package. You get Chick-fil-A for a year. That's 52 coupons for a chicken sandwich meal or 8-piece nugget meal. So 1 day a week for all year long. And then we also have a tray.
Gotta make it rain right here with the Chick-fil-A cards.
We also have a tray of 8 large cinnamon rolls that were baked fresh by Ann Swartzentruber.
Swartzentruber, that's right. That's Ann right there.
So Ann is here.
Hey, Chaz, just so you know, the radio people here is pretty loud and clear, but just a little admin piece for the microphone right here for Facebook. We have to talk up here on the table so that they'll hear us.
A little closer there.
So your headset's for radio, the microphone's for the live feeds.
Just need to make sure Ken Turnip so you can hear me out there. He's giving me some nasty emails on the screen here.
Hey, obviously, I know you probably want to go ahead and talk, Chaz, in regards to the piece that you got. I'll go ahead and let you give your intro as far as any description of things that you've got up for a bid, and then I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about Greg Bird and the art piece.
Yeah, so let's just hand it over to Chaz and talk about what we're getting with this Pine Fields Plantation kind of package.
Sure, yeah, it's a standard skeet shooting setup. It's I think 8 to 9 stations. I forget the correct number, but shoot box of shells per person. Of course, we're not going to stick to that specific format. You can shoot as many boxes of shells as you want to, but we'll have had it all set up for you. It's a high and low house. They've been there since my dad opened the quail plantation back in the mid '80s. They got the original throwers in there, the Olin Winchester skeet throwers, about 40 years old. They're still in good working condition. It's a lot of fun. The whole thing, you bring 4 to 8 people, enjoy the afternoon. We try to keep it from November to March, so you're going to have some good weather. But it's a great out for your family, for adults, whatever. It's a good time, and I think you'll enjoy it. Whoever wins the bid. So I like people that it'll be a good time for anybody.
And tell us a little bit about Pine Fields Plantations, where it's located, kind of what kind of amenities they have out there.
Sure. Yeah. Well, right now it's kind of where we're living, but my great grandfather and great great grandfather actually purchased the land back in the early 1900s, and we've kind of held it in the family since then. Been lucky to do that. But it's the house was built by Frank McCall, or designed by Frank McCall. One of the first houses outside the city of Moultrie to be designed by Frank McCall. But the plantation actually started commercially back in the early 1980s and ran through kind of the late 90s. But since then, we still kind of keep it. We do some hunts from time to time that are non-commercial, but we're looking to get back into it the next couple years. So it's a great place. It's a family place, and I enjoy being out there.
All right. Sounds great. Sounds great. I tell you, there's all kind of things on the table for this this particular slate. Now let me spend a little time to talk about Greg Bird. And first, let me say this. So I grew up here in Moultrie, and I grew up just down the street from Greg. So Greg and I have known each other for many, many years. And obviously, from an artistic standpoint, Greg has had success at a high level, not to, and it's really in a multi-capacity mindset when I think about it. Not only is he very artistic, he's done all kind of things from his faux finishing business. He's done a myriad of things in my own house. But then when I think about, most people here know Greg. If you ever heard anybody, you think about the paintings, they talk about the guy that does the butt paintings. That's the thing that we hear all the time, the guy that does the butt paintings. So Greg has obviously trademarked that, but he has a tremendous amount of collectors. He's, I've came and looked. I remember when he's done, Connie Fritz is here with us. How many times has he actually been to the art center there with? One time? He's done an art show in the gallery? One exhibit?
But he did one at I think out at the Country Club, and he did one at.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
So he did the one at the Country Club. He did one there at the art center.
Right, and one at the Blue Sky Grill.
So he's done one at Blue Sky Grill. So he's obviously done, multiple events here in our hometown of Moultrie, Georgia. So, when I think about knowing somebody like Greg that has obviously been the first guy that's been the artist for Coach, he did some designs for Coach itself as far as.
When you say Coach, you're talking about the purse.
Yeah, Coach Purse. So I know he was down in Florida doing live sessions where he was painting and doing specific paintings or things on Coach Purses. I know that specifically because I bought one for my wife. But Greg is just an incredibly talented guy. And I think we already, you're seeing right now the picture of the artwork. That's why you see that he put on here. And if I can get that card, I want to read off what he put on that one. I want to read off what he said. So from an artistic standpoint, the original art is mixed media, abstract heart layered with the Coach invites and the city hearts. So that's why that particular piece, we asked Greg if he would produce a piece for us for here. So this is something that he wanted to do, knowing that this is where he's from, to help us to be able to raise some proceeds. So for any of you guys that are out there that know Greg, that collect his art, this is something that he's done specifically for this show. So look forward to seeing your bid.